live from Live Casino in Bossier City, Louisiana. This is AKA 52, presented by Bishop Promotions. We welcome you cage side on the call here tonight. He is the UFC's very own Matt Danger Schnell. I'm Tyler, not so dangerous Moody, and we'll be guiding you through all of the action here tonight for our 13 fights ready to take place in this cage. Matt, let's start with our co-main event. The biggest dude of them all, Hunter Jones taking on Lamar Walter in what should be a stellar kickboxing matchup.
Yeah, Hunter Jones versus Lamar Walter. Hunter coming in with quite a bit of MMA experience. This will be his first or maybe his second kickboxing fight, whereas Lamar Walter also making his amateur debut, but with quite a bit of kickboxing on the TCB amateur circuit. He's done quite a bit of work. Though it is his amateur debut, he's seasoned, he's ready to rock. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, looking forward to that co-main event. And in our main event, Steve Jones, one of the favorites around here, taking on Yaya Riles, who stepped up on short notice. I mean, talk about what it takes to take that call and step up against a tough opponent like Steve Jones.
Yeah, a difficult thing to pull the trigger on, stepping up against Steve Jones, who is a seasoned vet of the sport, a guy who has a well-rounded skill set. So quite the test for Yahia, a tough matchup for sure to take on short notice, but if anybody can do it, I believe he can. He's tough, he's stout, he can really grapple. So an interesting matchup between those two.
Yeah, Steve Jones returning to MMA tonight after a little boxing hiatus, coming back from a broken leg. Excited to see him get back in there and do some mixed martial arts. What's one other fight that you're really looking forward to on this card?
The card is actually riddled with sleeper bangers. I think there's going to be quite a few good ones tonight, but one in particular is Anthony Lewis versus Kylan Pierce. Again, not a lot of experience between these guys in the MMA circuit, but quite a bit of experience on the kickboxing circuit. I anticipate we're going to see some guys stand up and throw some fun stuff. That's going to be a good one, guaranteed.
Ready to get live from Live Casino in Bossier City, Louisiana. We're going to turn it over to the star of the show now. Take it away, Dynamite.
Welcome everyone here to Live Casino, Louisiana in beautiful Bossier City, and welcome to AKA 52. Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. The lights are bright. This is American Combat Alliance, where the stars of tomorrow shine tonight. And now, Bossier City, Louisiana, the wait is over. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's go time!
Ready to go here from Bossier City, Louisiana. Our first matchup of the night. Seth Barker taking on Brandon Hammond. There's a tale of the tape between these two. As you can see, Barker will be 3 inches taller and have nearly a 7.5-inch reach. Seth Timex Barker, as Dynamite so eloquently said yesterday, because he can take a ticking and he can keep on ticking. He can take a kicking and keep on ticking. That's what he said yesterday. I want to make sure I get that right. Don't want to do anything wrong with Dynamite's good words. Seth Barker, though, a kickboxer by nature, representing the TCB Army, standing 6'2", checking in at 155 out of Rogers, Arkansas. These TCB guys, Matt, coming down, making their way. They put in a lot of work. They travel around do a lot of kickboxing. There's no doubt Seth will be in his element here tonight.
Yeah, this is a gym that I've been very excited to see in the AKA cage for some time. We've had them a little bit in the past. A group of guys, they've got quite a bit of fighters. They're competing on the kickboxing circuit, competing obviously in the MMA circuit as well. And these dudes are out there accumulating experience, putting themselves in tough positions and working their way out of it. So really, really happy to have the TCB crew out here with us, and looking forward to seeing quite a few good fights from them.
So Seth Barker into the cage and ready to go. We've seen Seth
in the ring now, Mr. Seth Barker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Brandon Hammond.
And next up, Brandon Hammond ready to make the walk, representing 81's Fight Club here in Bossier City, Louisiana. Hometown fight for this young man. Finally getting a chance to see these 81's Fight Club guys once again. Our first look at Brandon Hammond here tonight. Matt Schnell making his walk for the first time into the AKA cage. I know there can always be some nerves when you're making that walk for the first time.
Absolutely, and I mean, I tell guys making their walk, you know, you're gonna feel some nerves, and I just remember thinking the nerves would get better as your career goes on, but they just don't. At the end of the day, you're going out there to get into a fist fight. Do your best to embrace those nerves and weaponize them. Fear doesn't make you weak, you know, it's all good. Go out there, let it rock. You're in front of your hometown. Sold some tickets, sold some tables. Let's go, baby. Why not?
Yeah, that's a little extra pressure. Always fighting in front of your friends and your family, doing it in your hometown, trying to protect the home turf of Bossier City, Louisiana, here tonight at AKA 52 as he takes on Seth Barker.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of amateur kickboxing action inside the AKA lightweight division. This fight being sponsored by Arklatex Tents and Events. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the TCB Army. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Rogers, Arkansas, here is the Timex, Seth Barker. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the 81's Fight Club. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Bossier City, Louisiana, here is Brandon Hammond. Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Kerry Mullins.
Kerry Mullins with his first assignment of the night as we prepare to get AKA 52 kicked off with a lightweight kickboxing matchup here between Hammond and Barker. Scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds, and we are officially underway with AKA 52.
These guys get out and get right to work. Jab cross hook from Seth Barker.
Barker getting after it. Strong start here for Barker. Good head movement there from Hammond. Now Hammond firing back.
Beautiful moment from Hammond, able to take the center of the cage and get some offense going. Inside low kick from Barker. Tries an outside, misses. Nice long side kick from Barker.
Closing the distance, landing a big right.
This is good activity from these guys. Way to come out and get this thing rocking. A little bit of a stumble there.
Get 2 guys with, another nice right hand for Brandon Hammond. Now Barker fires back one of his own.
Barker somewhat unorthodox with his hands, but still finding moments for him. Nice and long. He's got a good pulling motion. Big right hand.
Barker rushing in with that right hand.
And Barker hurts him to the liver. Finds the liver.
Another good kick to the body and another.
Seth Barker's found something that works. Ooh, in the knee, sits Brandon Hammond down.
That's really the weapon right now for Seth Barker. Those kicks and then a huge knee to the body. Hammond trying to regain his bearings here.
Hammond making the most of his 8 count there, taking his time.
And landed one at the back of the head there, but no complaints from Barker. You can tell those body shots really added up in this first round for Brandon Hammond. He's feeling the ill effects.
Body shots take longer than 10 seconds to recover from. It's understandable, but got to find his way back in this thing. Big moments for Seth Barker. Nice body shots.
started with the left leg. I think that knee is ultimately the one that was the nail in the coffin and sent Brendan Hammond down for the 8 count. This one over here, I think he was just still hurt from the body shot and took another knee. Great round from Seth Barker, great stuff. Pretty even there at the onset.
Yeah, I would say about the first minute or so of the fight, it was very even. Some really good right hands from Brandon Hammond. Kind of figured out how to close the distance. Obviously, Barker taller, has the reach advantage. Once he closed that distance, it felt like he got the right hand going. But then the kicks to the body and the knee to the body obviously set that round in Barker's favor.
Right.
Here's a look at the replay. Big thank you to Luke Hawkins, our producer director. And there you see it, Hammond throwing that right hand and then eating the knee to the body. Right to the liver mat.
What a beautiful shot from Seth Barker. Hands in the air. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Round 2.
Round 2 of 3. Let's see if Hammond has recovered from those barrage of body shots in the opening 2 minutes.
I'm impressed with Brandon Hammond, though. Didn't know what to expect from this crew we haven't seen before.
Oh, both guys going down as they each lose their balance. Going back to the body for Barker.
Why not? Barker switching stances, trying to make his left leg his power leg. Looping right hand, skips off the defense.
Some of the best shots that Seth Barker has landed in this fight with that right hand.
Seth doing a good job. I think he would do, oh my gosh, and it just the noise that a clean body shot makes, it's a thing of beauty.
It has certainly been the weapon for Seth Barker in this first round, or excuse me, the first round and a half here, I should say. Hammond back to his feet, though, tough son of a gun. Barker trying to go back to the body.
If nothing, young Hammond, very tough.
Nice right hand from him.
I think Hammond having a hard time with that left leg. He's trying to just sit on it as it's coming. You would do well that as that left leg comes to step away, you know, not step away backwards. Big head kick.
Well,
my goodness.
What's the best way to set up that head kick? A few to the body, get you thinking about the body, then that high kick comes up there. Seth Barker lands at Hammond, trying to get back to his feet. I think he's done here.
Oh my gosh, what a performance by Seth Barker. That left leg, busy tonight, works the body, softens him up, as you said, then brings it up to the head as I'm trying to explain how to take a little off of it.
Yeah, great performance by Seth Barker. You got to tip your cap to Brandon Hammond. And
very tough.
Those body shots, they just add up, and he ate a lot of them in the first round. And then a great adjustment by Seth Barker, going up top with that last one, landed flush, finished the fight in round number 2. And TCB starting their night 1-0 here at AKA.
They're going to be busy tonight, too, so it's a good start for them.
Yeah, they got 4 fighters on the card here tonight. All of them, or 3 of the 4, will be kickboxing. There's another look at that kick, as you can see on the replay. Clean left leg to the head there for Seth Barker.
Stoppage to the action at 1 minute 25 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner, fighting in the blue corner, Seth Barker.
So Seth Barker takes care of business, gets his hand raised, picks up that first win as a sanctioned fighter. Obviously, they travel all around the world. They do all kinds of stuff, but he's able to pick up that first win here in Louisiana. Great moment for Seth Barker. And obviously, a pretty evenly matched fight. It was those kicks, man, that made the difference. It really was.
Yeah, Seth Barker, you know, found a chink in the armor, saw that it was having an effect, and why not just go back to it? Went back to it enough, got his attention, got him trying to block, picks it up in the head. Beautiful stuff. Textbook.
Moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight goes down inside the AKA Kickboxing Light Heavyweight Division and is sponsored by Ink and Judge Tattoos. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Cody Gibson.
Cody Gibson, 5'11", 191, ready to make the walk here against Robert Short for a light heavyweight kickboxing match. We're getting this one done at 190. Cody Gibson, representing Bulldog Boxing and MMA. 81 Fight Club on his card as well. 5'10", 190 pounds, out of Carthage, Texas. Cody kind of took this on short notice. We were looking for a matchup for Robert Short. Made some phone calls. found Cody Gibson, but I'll tell you what, Matt, this dude is built and he looks ready to go.
He is built. He has a good amount of MMA experience. A guy that's been in there. It's been a while, if I remember correctly. He has had a bit of a hiatus, but a fellow that hard-working, blue-collar type of guy, trains as much as he can when he can. And yeah, we've talked it through with him. He's had some ups and downs this week, but here he is. Got to face it all in the cage, and Robert Short. I think this is a good matchup stylistically. Both guys somewhat in the same age bracket, so looking forward to a competitive matchup from both guys. If I remember anything about Cody Gibson, I just remember how aggressive he can be at times. He'll really step on the gas pedal and send a volley of punches.
Well, we saw some really good work from Robert Short the last time that we had him in Ruston here tonight, so Cody will have his hands full in this fight. Appreciate him for showing up. He had some family things going on this week, actually a lot going on in his life. Credit to him, respect to him to still show up here tonight and get it done with a lot going on in his life.
And now, live Casino Hotel, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Robert Short.
Robert Short, a kickboxer representing Louisiana Black Belt Academy right here in Bossier City, Louisiana. 5'10", 190 pounds. Robert Short, man, he looked really good last time we had him out there.
He absolutely did. Got into a great fight with Charlton, another young man who's fighting a little bit later tonight. And it was a great performance, back and forth, pretty stuff. Robert Short came up short. It was a split decision, if I remember correctly. And it was just one of those ones that could have definitely went either way. But I love Robert Short as a fighter. He's a good dude, a good father, a guy who stays committed. He goes in, trains as much as he can, has worked a full-time job as well. And as we talked about in the past, just such an unassuming guy. But when he gets in there, he goes to war. And I just love it. I love it. Every time I see him, good energy, good stuff. He's always getting better, even though he's an older gentleman. Each time we see him, you can tell that he's been working in the gym. Looking forward to seeing him put it together tonight.
Yeah, it's very clear that he's been putting in the work. And look, that contest against Charlton, you could have made the case that Robert Short won that fight. Very, very close fight. They went toe-to-toe the entire time. Ultimately a split decision loss. He's now 1-1 in his amateur kickboxing career. Looking to get over the 500 mark here tonight, but he'll have to go through Cody Gibson to get it done.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of kickboxing action inside the AKA light heavyweight division. This fight being brought to you by Ink and Judge Tattoos. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the 81 Fight Club and Bulldog Boxing and MMA of Carthage. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in officially at 190 pounds. Fighting out of Carthage, Texas. Here is Cody Gibson. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the Louisiana Black Belt Academy. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 190 pounds. Fighting out of Bossier City, Louisiana. Here is Robert Short.
Fight number 2 of the night here at AKA 52. Robert Short and Cody Gibson set for 3 2-minute rounds. Our first look at Cody Gibson here at American Combat Alliance. Robert Short in there for the 3rd time.
Southpaw stance. Big teep sits Robert Short down. May have went a little south.
see that look on Robert's face. It certainly appears that it did. Kerry Mullins giving him some time to shake that one out. Not the way you want to start a fight, Matt.
Well, or it depends on what you're trying to do. But was a great tee right to the cup. All good. Sat him down. Ain't no rules in the streets.
Robert will have up to 5 minutes to get right. Obviously something fans don't want to see to get things going. Robert looks like he's regained his bearings, and we're back to action.
Southpaw stance from Cody Gibson, double jab cross. Be interesting to see how Robert deals with the opposite stance. Both the fights we've seen him in the past, he's fought an orthodox fighter. Looks like he's having a hard time seeing that left hand of Cody Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson doing a good job stringing things together as well.
Cody looking smooth too. Looks like he's been going to boxing class a little bit. Hands low, shifting good jabs, crosses, big uppercut, lands clean.
Nice kick to the body there from Cody Gibson. Tries to follow it up once again. Short attacking down low.
Gibson looking for that teep again. Nice right hand, snaps the head back of Cody Gibson.
Robert reaching out that left hand, looked like it connected a moment ago.
Big left legs. Cody Gibson, hands low.
Robert's trying to keep that guard up, but still those shots.
For a guy who took a fight on short notice too, I mean, it's good to be nice and relaxed.
He's got to be careful with those kicks though. That one close to being low once again.
Big right hand from Robert Short. The corner of Robert Short letting him know that Cody Gibson might be getting tired.
Goes over the top of Robert Short's head.
Ooh, that was a good knee from Cody.
Cody really doing a good job staying out of range too. It's been tough for Robert to find that range so far. Nice inside leg kick to finish the round.
Strong round from Cody Gibson there. Had a lot of success. I don't think it was a bad call from Robert Short's corner to say that he's getting tired. He did look as if he was taxed a little bit towards the end of the round, but definitely has a bit of a physical advantage, it looks like. Very strong. Still, Robert, we know this guy has so much heart. Had some moments in there, found a couple right hands of his own, but for the most part, it was one-way traffic.
Yeah, it really was one-way traffic. It was an impressive first round for Cody Gibson. But I will say you could tell the gas tank maybe wearing down a little bit, especially by the way he reacted once the round was over.
Yeah.
Stood in the center of the cage, had his hands over his head. We'll see how things continue to go. We saw in Robert's last fight, he's got the gas tank to go 3 rounds.
And you know, all Robert needs is just a little momentum. All he needs is to see a little bit of light, and he's gonna start to open it up.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Ready to go with round number 2.
Cody Gibson savvy with the 10-second glove touch. This is what Robert needs. He really needs to kind of get in the face of Cody Gibson, wear on him.
I'd love to see Robert get some offense going here, but it continues to be Cody Gibson getting his attack going.
Robert's dealing with a couple of things that's giving him some trouble. Mostly is just the southpaw, the left-handed volley of attacks. He's not seeing that left hand very well. However,
one of the best kicks to the body so far in this fight right there from Cody Gibson.
another left hand skips off the forehead of Robert Short.
Mullins will break him up here inside. 1 minute to go in round number 2. See some deep breaths from Cody Gibson.
Robert definitely wearing on Gibson. I think those kicks in particular are taxing Cody.
Final 30 seconds of round number 2. Spinning attack there for
It was
Gibson.
a spinning attack. It looked like a slip, but Robert Short did land a punch as he spun. Not great optics from Cody Gibson. Robert needs to keep his range, and Cody a little unorthodox. And again, the lefty, the open stance giving him trouble, just the way that you cover distance, little different angles.
Robert Short kind of getting off balance there at the end, and Cody Gibson made him pay for it in the final 5 seconds of that second round. It's been good work for Cody Gibson so far. Certainly ahead 2-0 on the cards. There's that kick to the body. Really one of the better shots that we've seen so far through the first 2 rounds. Gibson landed that one flush with the left leg and follows it up right there with the left hand. There's that spinning attack. Robert ended up on top.
2 points.
See what kind of adjustments Robert Short can make in this third and final round.
He is definitely the pressure of the 2. He needs to get a lot done, though, in this third round.
Again, some extra time from Gibson. You can tell he's working to get every extra second that he can. Third and final round.
What a strange setup that was, but effective. Big
Good
low
kicks,
kicks. Chopping into the thighs of Robert Short.
Oh, Gibson going up top with that one.
And Gibson just letting it rip here.
Looks like maybe he found his second win just a little bit.
We will see here in about 10 seconds. Robert Short, the Terminator, you know he's going to make this close.
Oh, nice right hand
This
from
is
Robert Short.
I mean, come on, like we didn't see this coming.
Some of those uppercuts landed clean, too, for Robert Short. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to find to finish and save this fight.
Next minute and 15 seconds is exactly what Robert Short, this is Robert Short territory. That's a standing 8 count. That's a standing 8 count.
Gibson
Let's
hand
go.
on hips, struggling here.
And all Robert's got to do is keep putting pressure on him, stay consistent, threaten enough.
Gibson fired a massive left hand a moment ago. Certainly wearing on that gas tank. What can Robert find in the final 45?
And Cody Gibson just emptying the energy bar, hoping that Robert doesn't have enough to return. What a wild scrap. Vintage Robert Short.
Scrappy from start to finish, pouring it on here in the third. Nearly had a huge moment.
20 seconds left.
Now Gibson getting those hands going once again.
Great combination here. And you know Robert Short's going to return.
Hey, no takedowns, brother.
Savvy stuff, though, from Cody Gibson. Backs all the way up. 10 seconds left.
Oh, nice left hand. Maybe an exclamation point on this one for Gibson.
Big right hand from Robert Short as the round expires.
Another fight for Robert Short goes the distance, and he had to wade through some big shots from Gibson, some sharp stuff from Gibson. But I'll tell you what, you got to tip your cap to Robert Short. Hell of a competitor, and man, Matt, he nearly found his moment there in the middle stages of that third round.
Absolutely, and like we said, I mean, for the most part, it was one-way traffic. And again, I think Robert was dealing with quite a bit. I really think the open stance gave him a lot of problems, just because he was kind of doing things that we've not seen him do in his last fight, things that we've seen him improve on, like just not bringing his feet with him, not keeping his stance. And I think it has a lot to do with that opposite stance that he was facing, just having a hard time finding the things that he typically finds on a guy standing in an orthodox stance. What a battle. Cody Gibson overcoming so much, calling a couple weeks, asking for a fight, wanting on the card, and he got his wish. Faced adversity tonight, overcame it, good stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fast and furious kickboxing action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have seen and scored this bout the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting in the blue corner,
Cody Gibson grabs the win here at AKA 52, gets a unanimous decision victory over Robert Short in our second fight of the night here at Live Casino in Bossier City, Louisiana. Real quick, want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors: 100% Chiropractic of Lake Charles, Bayou Wraps, EMD, Mammoth Coolers, Chevy Land, Buffalo Wild Wings of Lake Charles, and Arclatex Tents and Events.
Welterweight division and is sponsored by Mammoth Coolers. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Sam Simmons.
Ready now for Sam Simmons, 6'1", 168 is what he checked in out. Representing the TCB Army of Arkansas, fighting out of Scottsville, Missouri. Here comes Sam Simmons. Good showing from TCB in their first fight from Seth Barker. A lot of hype, actually, I think, behind Sam, Matt. And you can see, very well built. Should be very prepared for this fight from everything that I've heard.
Yeah, you know, if their first performance was any indication, I think we're in for a good night from the TCB crew. These guys, well-rounded, good skill set, understanding of range, able to, you know, make adjustments in the fight like we saw from Seth Barker. You know, was kind of in a scrap, started finding that liver kick, returned back to the body. So I expect to see much of the same from Sam Simmons, a well-built young man. Gonna be a good one.
Yes, Sam Simmons getting ready to clear the commission check-down spot and make that walk into the cage.
Can't say he's got great taste in music.
Hey, whatever gets you fired up, right? And it's like I always say, it's that moment to express yourself, who you are with your walkout song. Sam Simmons showing us who he is here tonight, and sounds like he's pretty damn hardcore to me.
And now, Bossier City, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Sid Shukarov.
Sid Blue Steel Shukarov, kickboxer by practice, representing 81 Fight Club, standing in at 6 feet even, 170 pounds, representing Bossier City, Louisiana by way of Moscow, Russia, making his way all the way here to Bossier City. Another TCB versus 81 Fight Club kickboxing matchup here. This one's set at welterweight. And you know, 81's still kind of up and coming here in the Shreveport-Bossier area. Good to see them showing up here tonight, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Another group I'd like to see more, get them some more experience and you know, make that relationship, get them under our umbrella a little bit. Anytime we come to Shreveport, we're trying to showcase the local talent. This time coming through, it was more difficult to come by, but again, Sid stepping up. Let's go, baby.
Sid and Sam ready to go. Fight number 3.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of kickboxing action inside the AKA welterweight division. This fight being sponsored by Mammoth Coolers. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Wraps blue corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the TCB Army. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Catskill, Missouri, here is Sam Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the 81 Fight Club. He stands 6 feet even, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Bossier City, Louisiana, by way of Moscow, Russia. Here is Blue Steel, Sid Shukarov.
Sid
Your referee
Shukarov.
in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Basil Bam Bam Majub.
First action of the night for Basil Bam Bam Majub, one of the recurring faces here as a referee. I'll tell you what, I can understand why Sid got that name, Blue Steel, that steely gaze as he was staring down Sam Simmons. We're ready to go with fight number 3.
The Russian thing makes more sense. Jab, low kick from Sid. Okay. Sid's got some game. This is going to be a good one, boys.
Yep. Losing his balance. Yep.
Jinx poke. You owe me a Coke.
I'll get you one. I think we might be in for a good kickboxing matchup right here. Nice kick from Shukarov.
Looks to me like young Shukarov trained a little in Russia. Ooh, and that big right hand sits Sid down.
Big right hand from Sam Simmons.
Goes to the well one too many times. Was landing that low kick, but that time Sam Simmons lines him up and floors him with a cross. Double jab cross from
Shukarov
Sid.
firing right back.
And those low kicks are doing damage. You can see Simmons making adjustments.
Yeah, trying to stay out of range of it now. Some head movement from Shukarov.
Probing the teeth, trying to get a reaction out of Sam Simmons. Sam sends that right hand.
Gets a big smile from Sid. He said, not that time with the right hand.
Cross block, check hook from Sid.
Like Simmons might have got a piece of that right hand as well. Another good kick from Shukarov. Now Simmons trying to run him down.
Simmons trying to pour on the pressure here against the cage. A beautiful knee.
Ooh. Yeah, good knee from Shukarov and a bad knee from Sam Simmons. It looked like it landed low.
I was so busy paying attention to Sid's knee that I missed Sam's knee to the ding-dong.
And that one looked like it landed.
I missed it again.
I'm sure we can get Luke to throw it up there for you one more time.
One more time.
Just 14 seconds left to go in this first round. Yeah, here's another look at it.
A knee from Sid. Right there. Yeah. Oh, and he kind of just poked it up the middle as Sid was kneeing him. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Thanks, Luke. You the man.
Yeah, appreciate Luke Hawkins handling business back there, producer, director. And Shukarov, I can understand why he's taking his time on this one. That one was right on the mark, if you will.
Not great timing for Sam Simmons, even if it didn't have that much of an effect. You see the blood trickling down the nose of Shukarov. That right hand is something he still might be shaking off.
Basil with a quick warning to watch those knees. And we're right back to the action. 14 seconds remaining.
Another low kick. Those are going to add up. If he keeps landing them like that. Again, Shukarov, Sam Simmons just sending jab crosses straight down the pipe at Shukarov, and they fight through the bell. What a scrap we have on our hands here. Shukarov having some good moments, showing that he has some solid skill.
Yeah.
Sam answered like that because he ate another low kick that he didn't like. I'm telling you, those low kicks, they're adding up. But you got to believe that Sam steals that round just with that big right hand. Yeah. What a punch. And shout out to Shukarov for eating it, coming back, and returning as best as he can.
You know, one of these younger guys still kind of green in the game to eat a huge shot like that, come back, and I'll tell you what, as soon as he got back to his feet, he went right back to the action.
Ripping.
You love to see that. So definitely some credit deserved to be given to Sam Simmons. He was finding his mark multiple times, but Shukarov had his moments as well. And then a nice exclamation point at the end of the first round for Simmons. said.
It's just some moments when he gets caught, he kind of moves back on that straight line.
Yep.
It makes it easy for Sam to put one right behind the other. Shukarov showing a lot of skill, but also showing that, you know, there are some things to shore up. We got to work on a circle a little more.
Basil checking in with Shukarov. He said he's good to go.
And he's going right back to those low kicks. You better believe it. And I don't think it's a bad idea. The only adjustment I would make is just make sure we're low kicking offline. You see Sam does not want it.
Ooh.
Another big right hand right up the middle. Knees. A lot of clinching here.
Shukarov starting to pour blood out of that nose. The right hand.
Oh! Kind of short-circuited Shukarov again there. He ate a right hand, and just the way he fell.
Shukarov's from Moscow, Russia. You know he's going to be tough.
Oh,
There's no doubt about that.
Makes so much more sense that I know that now, just from watching him bop around at the weigh-ins. See Sam's switch stances.
Nice knee from Shukarov once again.
Good clinch. Yeah, I think we forget for a second that.
You can see Simmons really trying to get to that big right hand.
And he knows it's that right hand that's going to get it done for him. Shukarov just trying to block it instead of move out of the way. Another clinch opportunity. Maju taking control of the clinch now.
They could hear him out in the lobby as he yelled for him to stop. Slip there for Shukarov. Back to his feet with 30 seconds.
Shukarov's so tough.
Looks like he, firing back there as he was eating some shots from Simmons. I'm not sure exactly what happened. They were having a conversation for a second.
His mouthpiece fell out.
His mouthpiece fell out, okay.
They had, I don't know how they even both knew, hey, wait a minute. That was an odd moment. All good, baby. These guys are in tune.
Yeah, and they certainly are in tune. They're going back and forth here.
Sam Simmons trying to hurt Sid, but worried about his teeth.
Well said. A polite guy as he's trying to finish Sid Shukarov off, but it's been a tough task for Sam Simmons so far. He's landed some big shots, some shots that may have finished some other fighters, really and truly.
Absolutely.
Shukarov has endured those. Bloody nose and all.
Shook him off. He's looked good, come back strong. I think another Sam Simmons round there if I had to score it. Yeah. But Shukarov definitely having a little bit better work. Those low kicks are working. And I really think if Shukarov's able to slice into one nice and deep, it could be enough to make Sam Simmons stumble back. And I don't know, but you see the reaction from Sam. He does not want those low kicks. And, they add up.
Well, you can tell as soon as they start switching stances, those low kicks are doing damage, right?
And Sam might practice a little southpaw, but looked to me like he was switching stances to avoid that low kick.
He was going southpaw and then jumping and throwing the right hand in midair. He was doing some unique things from the southpaw position, but we'll see what this third and final round has in store. Basil giving them a word. Again, these guys are still kind of green, you know what I mean? Learning moments in there for them.
Back to the low kick, 2 score, nice.
It's going to be rolled a slip as well.
I think Sam's doing the right thing by trying to put pressure on Shukarov, but look at and the right hand stunned Shukarov again.
And Shukarov landed one of his own, but he ate the worst end of that, and once again a right hand from Simmons.
Sam Simmons got some pop to him. Shukarov with a granite chin.
See what Simmons trying to find the finishing touch here in this third round.
Another hard low kick by Shukarov. And look at the bruising on Sam Simmons' thigh. Big right hand.
Could spell the beginning of the end here. Shukarov still swinging away.
These boys gonna feel it tomorrow.
Yes, they are. Credit to Shukarov for still being in there. Sam Simmons has unloaded some really nice right hands looking for another.
Brought that one from downtown.
Oh, Shukarov falling down as he attempted that kick, and you can see he's feeling the pain here in this third round. Final 43 seconds. Oh, nice left hand. 30 seconds remaining.
What a battle. Jumping right hand. It's like a jumping touchdown pass from Tim Tebow.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. Shukarov shelling up here, eating shots from Simmons, trying to find the finish with 10 seconds remaining.
Sam Simmons throwing fastballs and jumping touchdown passes.
Shukarov down to his knees. He is feeling it. Simmons, you know he wants this finish.
Ooh.
Great knee from Shukarov.
What a scrap by these guys.
Great scrap from both of these boys. Hats off to Sid Shukarov for showing off his skill and his will in there. Had to go through some really tough shots from Sam Simmons. And brother, that right hand from Sam Simmons, beautiful.
Big right hand, finding it all night. Not just a straight right, not many straight rights if we're being honest, but looping, uppercuts, overhands, big punches, getting his hip on it. Again, Sid Shukarov, so tough for eating those huge shots and just continuing to try to battle it out, trying to find his moments.
I mean, that could have been ball game 15 seconds into the fight when he landed that first big right hand. Sid shook it off, goes the distance here. Credit to him for that. I do think Sam's going to have his hand raised in just a moment, in the TCB Army set to go 2-0 here tonight.
Competitive matchup, though.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it really was a great matchup.
And I'd like to see Sid Shukarov, and I want to know what he weighs. He just looked like he was a bit undersized in this one. And, we threw it together and threw him in there. But I'd like to know, what he weighs and see if we can't get him, and who knows. Like Sam also, he's kind of one of these guys that has a good build. And sometimes guys that are well built, they can carry more muscle and still be a little lighter. But what a fight.
Great fight. Great effort from both boys. I'll tell you what, Shukarov wearing some damage on his face, mostly from those right hands from Sam Simmons. Dynamite's into the cage. He's got the card. Let's declare a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action after 3 rounds of fast and furious kickboxing action. Now, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this bout the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting in the blue corner, Sam Simmons.
So Sam Simmons does have his hand raised, picking up the second win for the TCB Army. There's Coach Aaron Campbell to his right. Boys been putting in a lot of work up there in the kickboxing world in Arkansas, and they moved to 2-0 tonight. You can see Shukarov, he's been grabbing. He took that low blow early, and see he's still feeling the effects of that more than it appears the shots he took to the face. Ready to move forward now with Derek Campbell and Tracy Craig here at AKA 52.
Man, how we doing out there, Bossier City? Everybody having a good time? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pump the brakes. Talk about half-ass and lazy. We're gonna do a little better than that. We kicking things off big time here in 2026. I need you with me, Bossier City. So here's what old Dynamite wants. On the count of 3. I want every man, woman, and child, top to bottom, left to right, all the way around. We're gonna blow the roof off of this place. You with me? I wanna hear you. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now that's how you get it done. We having a good old Louisiana Saturday night here at Live Casino and Hotel. We gonna get down to fiddle and get down to bow, ain't that right? Here we go, fight fans. Moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight goes down inside the AKA Mixed Martial Arts Middleweight Division and is brought to you by our good friends at Chevyland right here on Uri Drive. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Tracy Craig.
Tracy Craig, representing Brotherhood MMA out of Atlanta, Texas. 5'8", 185. Ready to get to work for this middleweight matchup against Derek Campbell. What more can you tell us about Tracy Craig, Matt?
Tracy Craig, just one of these fellas that I've heard of quite a bit from Mr. Daniel Lawrence. Been talking about him for a while. Says, man, I got a guy. He's a little green, but he's got heart for days, and he's strong as an ox. We've been trying to find the right time to get him out there, and tonight's the night. Tracy Craig, I mean, built like a brick house. These guys from Brotherhood MMA, you know, maybe not the most skilled guys, but they've gotten better each and every time they've come out. They train hard. They always come out, fight with dignity, fight with integrity, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tracy's debut tonight. Hoping for a good one.
Yeah, looking forward to having Brotherhood MMA back in action here for this one. Battle of two Texas squads, Brotherhood MMA and Team 515. Atlanta and Longview getting set to match up here as Tracy Craig looking to clear the commission check down spot. And turning our sights now to mixed martial arts for this one. We'll have three-minute rounds. You know, we do have some kickboxing on the early stage of this card, but we'll wrap all that up on the prelims, and then we'll get to pure mixed martial arts from there on out. Tracy Craig's into the cage, not the crage, and awaits his opponent, Derek Campbell.
And now, Bossier City, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Derek Campbell.
Derek Campbell, a striker by nature, walking out with Team 515. He'll have the height advantage in this one as he checks in at 6'1", 185. Fighting out of Longview, Texas. Here comes Derek Campbell. Team 515, always prepared and ready.
Yeah, Team 515, talking to Coach Wade about this guy. A young-looking kid, you know, maybe hasn't grown into himself all the way, but a guy that goes toe-to-toe every day with the likes of Steve Jones and some of the better guys in the gym. Coach Wade very excited about this matchup, and a tall, long guy, didn't have to cut much weight to get here. I think he's going to grow as the years go on. A little bit on the younger end. I mean, he looks like he's 12, but I believe he's 18. Somebody check the man's ID.
Did he drive here? You know what I mean?
Hopefully. Yeah. But a guy that brings it and scraps, and like I said, Coach Wade said this guy goes toe-to-toe with the best of them day in and day out. Had the ultimate confidence in him going into this one, no matter who he faced. Because I had to tell him, you're facing a grown man with Tracy Craig.
Yeah, there's no doubt Tracy Craig is built. Derek Campbell, though, is going to have the height advantage. He's going to have the reach advantage in this one. He'll need to use that to his advantage if he wants to pick up a win here against Tracy Craig in our fourth fight of the night.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA middleweight division. This fight being brought to you by Chevy Land here on Yorie Drive. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing Brotherhood MMA. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Atlanta, Texas, here is Tracy the Hashira Craig. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a striker representing Team 515. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Longview, Texas, here is Derek Campbell.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube. We see you guys locked in with us here at AKA 52 live from Live Casino in Bossier City, Louisiana. Ready to go with Tracy Craig and Derek Campbell.
Long jabs from Derek Campbell. A little hook as he exits, flips the lead leg up effortlessly. Tracy Craig swinging hard back. Derek Campbell working with a little over-under position here. Sends the knee up the middle. Tracy returns the favor. Derek doing a good job of just keeping Tracy controlled. Tracy using his underhook, tries to turn the tide. Derek doesn't allow it.
And that's good to see for Derek, because we talked about how physical we thought Tracy would be in this fight, but it looks like so far Derek able to deal with that.
Got that boyish strength to him, looks like. Tracy Craig throwing that knock your door down teep. Hard low kick, no setup, just sends it. And again, the high kick comes close. Tracy Craig gets dumped.
Campbell ends up on top here.
Campbell just using his length there, had an over-under position, kind of reaches his leg back, reaps Tracy Craig and scores the takedown. Moves right into side control. Sorry, half guard. Goodness gracious. It's the first MMA fight.
Hey, we're back to action here with mixed martial arts, and Derek Campbell's the one putting in action right now, pouring it on Tracy Craig as he moves into full mount.
It's a tough spot for Tracy Craig, and Tracy just physical, almost gains the top position, but Derek Campbell, savvy, trying to retain the back.
Campbell maybe a little overzealous there, lost the position, trying to throw up a triangle.
Yeah, Tracy needs to stand up here, separate. He doesn't want to engage with Derek on the ground. It looks like he's at a huge disadvantage in the grappling department, and here he goes, chases a choke, loses the position.
Cranking on that neck there. Now Campbell back to his feet. Back and forth they go here in the early stages of round number one. Campbell with a bit of a sly smile, and he eats a shot from Campbell, but fires one right back. Oh, 3 for 3. Well, 3 for 4 so far in low blows in this.
It's in the air tonight.
It's in the air. People eating them down low.
You better watch out.
Yeah. Wow, 3 of the first 4 fights, we've seen somebody eat a low blow. Amateur matchup between Derek Campbell and Tracy Craig as they make their debuts here. Oh.
Hit him where the sun don't shine.
The sun is certainly not shining right now for Tracy Craig. Craig has 5 minutes to recover, 22 seconds on the clock here in this first round. The DJ playing the heartbeat.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either. Yeah. You know, playing sports my whole life, it's you take a knee, you wait on it, no matter what the injury is, you let them recover. Not quite sure how I feel about that one either. But shout out to DJ MP3. He does a great job. We'll forgive him. We'll forgive him for that one. You can see Craig, man. He's really hurting right now.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I see you out there, YouTube, and you're right. A good fight so far for sure. Unfortunate stoppage here in this first round.
This young crop of 515 guys, this is the new generation. I was talking to Coach Wade about it a little bit, and he was just beaming with excitement. You know, we all know the Derek Crances and the Kevin Aguilars who's in Derek Campbell's corner tonight. And those guys in that generation and how good they were, how dominant they were in this area. But I'm really excited about this young group. We get to see that this is the first of them, I believe, we're seeing from 515. And we're in for a treat tonight. There is no doubt about it.
Always good to have Team 515 over here representing Longview, Texas. People in the chat saying, what's up, Matt? Yeah, we got the UFC legend Matt Danger Snell here with us.
You want to know how much I bench press?
More than me, that's for sure. What fight is up next? We got Adrian Mumprey and Terry Wise, middleweight kickboxing matchup. That'll be our final kickboxing matchup of the night. Will be all MMA from there on out.
And I'm really excited about some of these matchups to come. Obviously, the kickboxing is always fun. It's even a little more difficult for me to commentate the kickboxing. We're getting into the MMA, and I can just let it go so much easier, and I appreciate that. Somebody needs to talk to the matchmaker and match more MMA fights.
Yeah. Well, one half of us was the one that came up with the kickboxing. Where can you see the fight card? You can see the fight card on akafights.com, or go to the AKA Facebook page. That'd probably be the easiest way to see it. You may have to scroll down a little bit, but certainly the fight card is on there for you guys.
Now, see, you folks didn't know you bought tickets to the ballet tonight. Welcome to the Russian Nutcracker.
Man, Dynamite nails some lines every now and then.
He's got so many one-liners. It is insanely impressive.
We about to rock, baby. Here we go.
Tracy Craig probably didn't appreciate that one too much, but we're back to the action with just 20 seconds remaining in the first.
Ooh.
Spinning attack. Not on the mark.
I'd call it a pirouette.
Hey, maybe it is the ballet. Final 10. Wow.
Derek Campbell comes close with the question mark kick. Tracy Craig kind of just looked it off. I mean,
no
looked
answer.
Pretty cool.
No answer for that question mark kick as the final 20 seconds of round number 1 ends without much transpiring. Obviously, kind of the big moment was, Tracy Craig taking that shot at the end, but evenly matched up through the first 2+ minutes.
Looks to me that there is a palpable advantage in the grappling department from Tracy Craig to Derek Campbell. For the most part, just physically, I think Tracy's able to make things up on the feet, and he can just hit hard enough to stay close, but he really needs to keep this fight upright. If it goes to the ground, Derek Campbell, huge advantage. Double jab, that was the start of the fight.
Yep, yeah.
Double jab, check hook.
Great stuff there. Here's some of that grappling on the fence that we saw.
There was that little, that's how I used to take down my little brother.
Campbell ended up on top, and he started pouring on some shots, had some good ground and pound. Tracy Craig gave up his back, was ultimately able to end up on top, and then they reset things from there, but that was probably the best moment of the fight so far. Derek Campbell, when he went into full mount and landed some good shots.
Hey, Derek Campbell coming close to a teep to the face there, too. Tracy just barely out of range for a couple kicks. That right hand had a little thump on it. Double jab cross.
That jab looking beautiful for Campbell. Here
Straight
it is once
double
again.
Underhooks. Straight into mount. This is trouble for Tracy Craig.
Yeah, Craig ate a lot of shots the last time, but man, he's strong.
Don't tell Tracy, though. He'll headlock you into the dirt. Wow. Oh, no.
Campbell got him trapped now, starting to pour it on. Campbell.
Tracy Craig just not offering too much in regards to a mount escape here.
Trying to buck him off, no success. Campbell, right hand after right hand, and that's
I think that's a fair stoppage from Bam Bam Maju. Just not a lot of answers, just not showing a lot of technical aspects to a mount escape. He wasn't up on his side, flat on his back, taking punches. Tough stuff for Tracy Craig. Obviously a talented guy that is physical, but just the grappling prowess from Derek Campbell, a little bit too much tonight.
Yeah, that last time took him down right in the mount, and that kind of spelled the beginning of the end for Tracy Craig. And I like what Basil did there at the end, explain things to Tracy Craig. Look, these guys are amateurs. These are debut guys. Like, we don't need them to have ridiculous amount.
We're not trying to lose too many IQ points in there when we're not getting paid for it. There's no doubt about it.
For sure. So I agree with Basil. Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 48 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner, Derek Campbell.
Got to feel good to get your hand raised for the first time there for Derek Campbell as he takes care of business against Tracy Craig in round number 2. great jab. I thought that was a really impressive weapon for him. Then obviously the ground.
I'm gonna say it again. This next crop of 515 kids, they look to be special.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I have not introduced this young man, let me do it right now. He is known as Louisiana's DJ. He's on the ones and twos, bringing him funky ass beats to all the yous all night long. Let's hear it for my man, DJ LP3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while I have your attention, there's some very special people here with us tonight that I want to recognize. Now, here at American Combat Alliance, we are born and bred right here in the Shreveport-Bossier area, 8 years in business, traveling all across 3 different states, but it all started right here, and we love coming back home. Old Dynamite loves each and every one of you. We love our community, and I want to introduce you to some of those leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to welcome to you and introduce the mayor of Bossier City, Mr. Tommy Chandler. Now, here at American Combat Alliance, we're bridging gaps, we're bringing people together, we're bringing 2 cities together. Because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, also here with us, His Honor, the Mayor of Shreveport, Louisiana, Mr. Tom Arsenault. And in case you didn't know, I'ma let you know right now, this man's hotter than hot sauce on a jalapeno, and he's cooler than a polar bear's toenails. World famous DJ, let's hear it for Baby! We are so glad to have all of our leaders of these fantastic communities here with us tonight. We thank you so much, Mayor, and we thank you so much, Mayor. And baby, you all right, baby, you all right. All right, folks, here we go. This will be the final bout on our prelim portion of the card, and here we go. It's gonna go down inside the AKA middleweight kickboxing division. This fight being brought to you by J&K Trading Cards and Collectibles. At this time, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Terry Wise.
One of the best nicknames I think we've seen, Terry Dactyl Wise. A kickboxer representing the TCB Army, 6'2", 185, representing Rogers, Arkansas. Terry Wise. Tell you what, this young man had a ton of energy last night. He's one of those high energy guys, has a lot of faith in himself. Excited to see Terry Wise once again.
Absolutely. Terry, y'all gonna remember my name, Wise. This guy comes out and scraps. Last time we saw him, showed a solid skill set. You know, he was saying afterwards that he didn't have the moment that he wanted to. Let's see if he can make it happen tonight. He's got a tough matchup in front of him, but I like this matchup. Both guys relatively long. We've seen Terry in here before. We know he's got a solid skill set. Looking forward to seeing him try to put it to work tonight.
Yeah, ready to see Terry step back into the AKA cage, led out by TCB Army head coach Aaron Campbell. Third fight of the night for TCB, 2-0 so far. Obviously Sam Simmons and Sid Shukarov put on a great show for us just a few fights ago. This will be their final kickboxing matchup of the night. They will have another MMA matchup as they send Kylan Pierce out there to take on Anthony Lewis. But right now it's about Terry Wise. And, you know, listen, Matt, when you tell the matchmaker, the announcer, you're going to remember my name, you got to back it up. So a big moment for him here tonight.
Absolutely. Brings the energy. Terry Wise, a really fun personality, a guy that holds himself accountable too. Even after his last fight, like I said, he came up to me, he's like, man, I didn't have the moment I wanted, but I'm telling you I will. Looking forward to seeing him go out and try to make it happen tonight. Yesterday he hit the scale and he was half a pound over. And he was just mad at himself about it, like, man, darn. His opponent even said, hey, baby, it's all good. He went and ran off that half pound. He said, I'm not about to make miss weight. It's not going to be on my record. So I love that about him. Just a good kid with a lot of character, kid with a lot of energy, easy to root for.
I know the TCB Army will be rooting for him here tonight. Terry Wise getting in a quick prayer as he prepares to step into the cage for this middleweight kickboxing matchup against Adrian Mumprey.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the cage his opponent. Put your hands together for Adrian Mumprey.
Adrian Mumprey, kickboxer representing ethos, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and martial arts, 6'5", 185, representing Tyler, Texas. Tall young man match, Nell.
We've seen a lot of height tonight, a lot of range, a lot of length, and typically when we see a lot of long guys, we see a lot of poor technique, not fighting behind their length, but I wouldn't say that's been the case tonight. And Adrian Mumprey, a young man who's got a little of experience, and a really exciting matchup here as well. The length, both guys are pretty long, but it seems to me that Adrian does have a bit of a height advantage. Let's see if he's able to put it to use tonight.
Yeah, Mumprey 2-1 as a kickboxer, 0-1 in mixed martial arts. He'll be looking to pick up his third win here tonight against Terry Wise. By the way, that record for Terry Wise, 2-1 in kickboxing as well. He's 1-0 in Muay Thai and 1-0 in mixed martial arts. So as far as the experience goes, these two guys very comparable. Both have 2-1 records as kickboxers. So somebody gonna move to 3-1. Somebody slips to 500 in this matchup. Excited for this one. Excited to see Terry Wise back out there once again, and ready to see the Ethos boys put on a show as Adrian Mumprey makes those steps up to the cage, absorbing the moment, and he's in there, ready for action on our final fight of the prelims.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of kickboxing action inside the AKA middleweight division. This fight being brought to you by J&K Trading Cards and Collectibles in Minden, Louisiana. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the TCB Army. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Rogers, Arkansas. Here is Terry Dactyl Wise. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a kickboxer representing ethos, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and martial arts. He stands at a towering 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Tyler, Texas, here is Adrian Mumprey. Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Chris Hill.
Chris Hill in there to referee this one. 5th fight of the night, final fight of our prelims. We've got 8 more to go after this, and you don't want to miss our main event. Steve Jones and Yaya Riles getting into action. And straight to the action here between Mumprey and Wise.
Mumprey smooth on the circle, circles Wise right into a cross off the bat, switches stances seamlessly. I love how Adrian's just on the move.
Terry trying to run him down, but good movement so far by Mumprey.
And Mumprey having good moments, just circling, planting, and sending that straight, no matter which stance he's in. Jab to the body from Mumprey.
Great work to the body, then follows it up with a kick, and then Wise landed a big right hand.
They both traded crosses.
Yep.
It seemed to me that Wise got the better of it.
Yeah, they certainly both landed their shot, but it did appear as though Terry Wise landed his. We're now 4 for 5
Come
on
on.
low blows. What
Why
is
not?
in the air tonight?
What are the odds?
What are the odds? Pretty high, apparently.
Again, just extends that cross off the move. To me, it's so, I just think some of the most entertaining ways to fight is making a guy move, making a guy find you. It's so difficult to deal with, especially if you don't have great feet. Terry Wise doing a decent job with it thus far, but Adrian Mumprey definitely finding his moments, circling him into crosses right there, kind of loops a right hand in from a neutral stance.
There was a good jab in there from Wise as well. 20 seconds to go. Good rip to the body from Mumprey.
Just the seamlessness of stance switches. I can't even tell what stance he's in, if it's a cross or if it's a jab. Adrian Mumprey, beautiful combination punching there on the break.
Another good shot from Mumprey to finish off that first round. Made Terry Wise chase him around the cage the entire time, set up his shots well. I'd say he probably got the better of that first round. Wise did have a really strong right hand in there as well, but the movement from Adrian Mumprey.
And Wise needs more moments like that. I think he's going to have to sit down on some punches here. Mumprey just doing such a great job of circling, making him move, and Terry Wise just having a little trouble tracking him. As the round presses on and maybe Terry's able to catch his timing a little bit, or even Adrian starts to slow down, because this is a taxing way to fight.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. How sustainable is it to stay on the move that much? I mean, I know it's, somewhat comparable, but look at the Jake Paul thing. He ran for the first 3 rounds. He gassed out. Like, it is very, very taxing.
Right, and I wouldn't, it's like even more than that, because he's not even necessarily on his back foot. It's like he's kind of running, right?
Yeah.
Or like he's jogging. He's in there. I would be interested to know how much distance he's covered just by circling. But to me, that is a very safe way to fight and keep yourself from getting lined up. Terry Wise was able to line Adrian Mumprey up maybe once in that round, but it was the movement that made it so difficult. Let's see if he's able to keep that up.
He's got him caged up now.
Exactly.
Wise starting to let it fly. Mumprey firing right back. Good kick to the body as well. I know they always say cut off the cage, right? Try and cut him off instead of chasing him around, but sometimes that's easy, or easier said than done.
Easier said than done, but there is a way to do it, and for the first round there, Terry Wise was kind of following Adrian rather than cutting him off. He was just kind of circling with him as he was circling, and that's why Adrian is able to sit down and find those straights so effectively.
Mumprey getting creative with some of those shots here in this second round. Looking at the body. Wise fires back a left hand.
Mumprey just so fleet on the feet, so spry. This is a better round from Terry Wise.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what you would expect as the round wears on and it gets a little more taxing to circle left and right. Beautiful combination punching there. Adrian's very impressive to me. I mean, it looks to me like he's got a good set of hands. He's got good range on him as well. Uses his length effectively.
It looked like they were on the other side of the cage from us. So it looked like Wise slipped a good right hand through a moment ago. Mumprey going back to the body with that kick.
Some of Wise's better moments here.
Well, Mumprey's not moving around as much. He's getting into a firefight there in close range, and you can see that's when Terry Wise is having success. These boys are letting it fly here at the end of round number 2. Nice combination for Mumprey to finish things off, though. Then eats a left hand.
What a scrap.
Hey, we got a good one on hand here between Adrian Mumprey and Terry Wise. They go back and forth, especially at the final few seconds of that second round. Here's a good look when Terry Wise kind of had Mumprey caged up for a moment and got his offense going. Then Mumprey
had a much better start to the round, had a much better finish. We could even make the argument that Terry maybe won that round. I think it's going to be hard for the judges not to give it to him just because he was the one moving forward, did land some effective strikes, and as we kind of theorized in the last round, as it wears on, gets a little harder to move, and Terry Wise kind of reeling him in here. Still good stuff from Adrian Mumprey. Still such a unique skill set. I mean, right there, exactly what we're talking about.
working off the circle, planting his feet, firing.
But I would say in this round, Wise was able to get his licks back anytime Adrian got some. In the first round, that wasn't really as much the case. Adrian stayed on the move and out of range. And that round, not as much movement and more action from Terry Wise. I think that round could have gone either way, probably in Wise's favor, though. Could be 1-1 going to the third.
Mumprey back to the cross. Circle, circle, cross. Little dirty boxing there from Terry Wise. Nice, sharp jab. Both guys exchanging straights. Adrian Mumprey gets sat down.
Biggest moment of the fight so far, it comes from Terry Wise as he drops Adrian Mumprey here in the third.
Another beautiful dirty boxing sequence as they separate. Terry Wise probably lands his best punch of the fight.
He's going to break him apart again. Things have certainly changed as this fight has gone.
Yeah, I seen it.
It was close.
It was gentle, but it was still solid.
That was a love tap. I mean, that was just, hey, I know where they're at. I can get them if I want.
Sometimes those hurt more than anything.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Get your cup clipped. That was, looks like Terry.
I think it's wise here from Terry Wise to get it going. Don't let Adrian Mumprey recover so he can get back on that bicycle.
Yep, you're right. 1 minute to go. Good teep up the middle.
Those straights that Mumprey sends from such odd angles. Again, you see as he's breaking, he just makes that distance and lands that cross. What a fight, though. What a fight.
Great scrap here between Wise and Mumprey, going back and forth from start to finish. Good right hand from Mumprey.
And I think the difference tonight is we are getting to see a little bit of toughness from Terry Wise. He's had to overcome some adversity. Mumprey comes out with a quick start.
Wise starting to pour it on here at the end of round number 3.
Another big straight as he steps back.
You just got to wonder how much energy Adrian used in that first round. You know, things not quite as slick here in this third. Boys are in a firefight now.
These guys are going to end the round forehead to forehead, just exchanging. What a fight. Good stuff back and forth. Terry Wise almost definitely drops the first round, perhaps comes back and reels him in, takes the next two.
Yeah, I mean, if you're evaluating, I think one Mumprey, 3 Wise. That second round, it's going to depend on how the judges saw that second round. It really is. At least that's my opinion. We'll see what the judges think about it. My opinion doesn't matter that much as far as who gets their hand raised. But either way, treated to a great matchup between these two guys. You got to see Adrian Mumprey really displaying his game plan in the first half of this fight. Gas tank maybe wore down a little bit, and then Terry Wise getting active on that big left hand when he dropped Mumprey in the third round. Probably the highlight of the fight.
Absolutely. Good work by both guys. Good stuff, good adjustments. Both guys having to kind of get in their bag a little bit, bring out some different stuff. A very fan-friendly style from Adrian Mumprey, and Terry Wise just solid as a rock.
The fans here at Live Casino in Bossier City getting treated to some good fights so far. As we are off and running here at AKA 52. Dynamite is into the cage. Let's declare a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fast and furious kickboxing action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting in the blue corner, Terry Wise.
Great scrap between these two boys. You can assume it's 29-28 on all the judges' scorecards as it goes unanimously. obviously a tough one there for Adrian. He showed some really good skill, but credit to Terry Wise working through that tough first round and getting it going in the final 2.
Absolutely. Good showing by both gentlemen.
Yep, no doubt about it. So Terry Wise moves to 3-1 as the kickboxer Adrian Mumprey will fall down to 2-2. But we were all treated to a great matchup between those two. And that's going to wrap it up for our prelims. We'll take a little intermission here. We'll come back. We got Will Smith and Case in Charlton ready to kick off our undercard.
Well, I'll tell you what, we having a good time so far at AKA 52. I don't know about all you guys, but old Dynamite feels pretty good. If you're feeling good and might want a free t-shirt, you might want to get up and make a little noise right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now, we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause. So step outside, smoke them if you got them, grab yourself an ice cold liquid libation to ease your frustration, and we're coming back with more here at American Kombat Alliance. And here we go, fight fans, at Live Casino Hotel in Bossier City, Louisiana. It's time to get back to the action here at AKA 52. Up next, we step into our undercard here on this stack fight card for you this evening, and we've got 3 rounds of middleweight MMA coming your way. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Charlton.
Here's a look at your tail of the tape for Kaysen the Jarl Charlton, a freestyle fighter representing Brotherhood MMA out of Atlanta, Texas. 6 foot. Excited to see Kaysen get back in there. Picked up his first win the last time that we saw him in Ruston, Louisiana. Had that matchup against Robert Short. Split decision victory, his first. And look, I'll just say, Kaysen Charlton, one of my favorite fighters that we've had here. The body transformation that he's gone through. He's had some really tough fights that did not go his way. He has stuck this thing out, worked time after time to get better, bounce back from a couple of those L's, and ultimately he found victory the last time out. So much honor in that. There's just so much to respect about what he has showed as far as the growth as a person, the growth as a fighter, and working through those adversities. Big tip of the cap here to Kaysen Charlton for everything that he has done. And tonight he's looking to get another win, starting to stack them up, right? Turn that momentum around, start to add some W's. He'll have Will Smith standing across from him, but Kaysen Charlton. Now as far as the kickboxer's concerned, he's 1-2, 0-3 in mixed martial arts. But tonight doing it in MMA. So he'll be looking for his first MMA win as we have a bit of a delay in the action. Notice Matt Schnell's not back yet. Looks like the commission's not quite back yet either. No, there's Kerry Mullen, so we're good to go, getting looked over. Maybe a small delay, something possibly be intended to by everyone, but we'll be ready to roll here. I'll try and carry this thing if Matt Schnell doesn't get back in time. Our matchmaker, and of course the pro side of the commentary team as well. What will we be without Matt Schnell? I'm just a baseball guy in here trying to do my best to carry this thing, put the ball in the hands of the man.
And now, let's welcome his opponent to the cage. Put your hands together for Will Smith.
Will Smith. And I'll tell you this, there's like 4 Will Smiths in the area that do MMA, by the way. It's actually crazy. But this Will Smith representing Team 515, 5'9", 185 pounds, out of Longview, Texas, ready to step in there against Kaysen Charlton here tonight at AKA 52. These 2 boys gonna kick off our undercard. We've got 8 fights remaining on the night, and it's Will Smith now hitting the commission check down spot. Will Smith, you know, I was telling him there's like 3 Will Smiths in the area that try and do mixed martial arts, but tonight it's about this Will Smith match now.
Absolutely. This guy's famous, though. Make no mistake about it. Will Smith. Yeah, and it gets confusing, too, when you see their names on the sheet and there's 3 different ones of them. You never know which one you're going to get. I like this one better than the famous one, I'll tell you that much.
That's right, for sure.
Anyways, yeah, Will Smith going out there. Another one of these young, upcoming 515 guys that Coach Wade is so high on. Looking forward to him making his debut tonight against the always tough and game Kaysen Charlton.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA middleweight division. This fight being brought to you by the PBR Bar, the home of the AKA 52 after party. Make sure you join us. Come ride that bull with old Dynamite. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter representing Brotherhood MMA. He stands 6 feet even, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Atlanta, Texas, here is the Jarl, Casey Charlton. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing Team 515. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Longview, Texas, here is Will Smith.
All right, lock back in, YouTube. We're ready to go with the undercard. Make sure you hit that like button. Give us some comments. Let us know where you're watching from here tonight, as we are set to get the undercard underway, and we are here. The kick to the body to open things up from Will Smith.
Casey trying to get that jab off. Shows the teeth, fires a jab. Active left leg from the 515 fighter. Nice left hand.
Oh, follows it up with a big right as well. Tell you what, Will Smith looks good, Matt.
Firing to the body.
Nice.
Will does look good. He looks like, you know, he's seasoned. It doesn't seem as if it's his debut. He's been there a time or two, and that's what you expect from the 515 guys. You know they prepare, you know they stand, and then they've done some smokers and have a little experience. Doesn't look like his first time out there for sure.
No, it certainly does not. He's looked good here early on. You can see some blood leaking from the nose of Casey Charlton.
I think it's just the jab that's done that. And I want to brag a little bit on Casey as well. He also, obviously, we've seen Casey quite a bit, but every time I see him, it does look like he's more comfortable.
Yep.
He does look better. Looks like he's adding to the tool belt. And tonight, typically we see him come out and just fire and get crazy and try and take space, but he's more patient tonight.
Will Smith dig into the body with those kicks. Casey firing right back, though. Ooh.
It's the jab. The jab is such a weapon.
The jab may have spelled the beginning of the end. Pouring it on and finishing it off is Will Smith. What a debut.
Will Smith coming out here and getting jiggy with it, finding the jab, sitting Casey back on his heels, and fires until it's over.
Will Smith getting jiggy with it indeed. Great call there.
A jab. The jab got that going. What power. I mean, good golly.
I'll tell you what, he smelled blood in the water. He went for the kill, and he got it in efficient fashion as he finishes off Casey Charlton about halfway through round number 1. What a showing from Will Smith. You said it, Team 515 guys are ready. It's very apparent they've got another one.
Yeah, these guys are young, hungry, all training together, all similar in size. They're going to grow a lot together.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 1 minute 33 seconds in the very first round. Declaring your winner, Will Smith.
Will Smith, just the two of us, and in the end, it's Will Smith who's the one with his hand raised here tonight. Moving to 1-0 in his amateur debut in mixed martial arts. And I'll tell you what, I think we're going to see a lot more Will Smith, Matt.
I hope so. What a stud, what a finish. Young man, doesn't have to cut a lot of weight to make the weight class, can stay active. I love it.
Certainly love that jab. It was on full display.
And honestly, he shook Casey with a jab earlier. I just wasn't able to get to it. Man, I mean, that thing has some mustard on it.
And it's not like he was winding it up or throwing it crazy, just extending it, flicking it out there, finding his target.
And here we go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight goes down inside the AKA featherweight division and is brought to you by Mechanical Works. And now, introducing your first fighter. Put your hands together for Sergio Gutierrez.
Sergio Gutierrez. El Vaquero representing ACS MMA, 5'11", 145 pounds, representing Texas City, Texas here tonight. Sergio Gutierrez, ready for action. What more can you tell us about Sergio, Matt?
Sergio, my boy, he's training out of ACS. He's got a killer corner with him. My boy Nico Echeverry, somebody who we're interested in getting into the AKA cage. Just a stud. Me and Sergio, we've been training here and there together, mostly on Tuesdays. A guy I'm very excited to have out there. I think he's got a very worthy opponent in front of him. When I made this fight, I didn't know Team 515 was sitting on a bevy of young, upcoming talent. But Sergio, a cowboy by trade, and he's a cowboy by the way he fights too. I mean, a dude that brings it. He's gonna send that right hand. Physical, well-trained by Coach Drew Radicic.
Sergio will be looking for his first W here tonight. He fought Jose Alcantar back in April. Took a unanimous decision loss in that one. He'll be trying to get the record back to even and pick up his first W here against JJ Macintosh. Sergio has not quite cleared the commission check down spot. Getting looked over there by Kerry Mullins, ready to make that step for the first time in front of the AKA fans and for the second time as an amateur.
I was trying to give love to Sergio's corner. Damian Aronde, a world-class jiu-jitsu black belt. I kind of got sidetracked.
I got you.
But these boys, they bring it. He's well coached. He's got a good team behind him. And looking to get his first dub tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Joseph Macintosh.
Joseph Macintosh, or JJ as his friends call him, ready to go here tonight. Representing Team 515, who's had a strong showing thus far, the Longview boys. Showing up and showing out thus far. They'll send their next man to the cage. It's JJ Macintosh, 5'10", 145 pounds. Very comparable measurables for these two fighters. And as I mentioned, JJ representing Longview, Texas. Another one of these Team 515 products, Matt.
Yeah, the new crop of Team 515 killers. They've had a good night thus far. Got a quick start tonight. Coach Wade Pomeroy really doing good work over there. Yeah, this guy, JJ Macintosh, a young man, long, tall, good striker, good range on him. I think this is going to be a battle. This is one of the fights that when I put it together, like 0-1 guy making his debut, but like I knew this was going to be a banger. I'm very excited about this and looking forward to seeing these guys continue to cut their teeth in the sport and accumulate some.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA featherweight division. This fight being brought to you by Mechanical Works. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing ACS MMA. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Texas City, Texas. Here is El Vaquero, Sergio Gutierrez. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a striker representing Team 515. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Longview, Texas, here is Joseph Macintosh.
I got a feeling we got a good one on hand right here, Matt Schnell. I can just feel it. It's in the air. Let's see what Gutierrez and Macintosh have in store for the fans here at Live Casino in Bossier City. Fight number 7 of the night officially underway.
JJ comes out, gets it started with a jab. El Vaquero trying to find that right hand. Great combination punching from JJ. Head off line, uppercut cross.
Yeah, JJ doing a great job stringing it together.
And El Vaquero finds that right hand. Another right hand finds the chin of JJ Macintosh.
Ooh, these boys are throwing.
What combination punching from Macintosh. Great stuff.
Hey, another right hand, though. Ooh, fires a big left as they break apart.
And it lands too, kind of rings the bell of Sergio Gutierrez. Nice low kick. I would like to see more of that from Sergio. Closes the distance, double unders. Trying to peek out to the back here. Looking for a mat return. JJ doing a good job fighting the hands, creating space, separating the hands, turns. Gutierrez fires a high kick on the turn and loses his balance.
Yeah, and he 8 shots all the way back up. Macintosh comes flying in and eats a right hand on the way in.
Sergio's right hand can't miss. I mean, every time he sends it, it snaps the head back of JJ Macintosh.
Macintosh looking up the middle with that kick.
Sharp jab, right hand to follow from JJ.
Sharp stuff by JJ.
Sergio Gutierrez tries to probe to the body a little bit. What a jab from JJ Macintosh.
Tell you what, his striking looks really crisp.
Definitely so balanced and smooth, effortless with his technique, just extending his punches. Good power behind him. Again, Sergio's head comes off the line. He fires that cross.
Macintosh changed stances there for a moment to throw that left leg.
Right leg of Macintosh comes close on the high kick.
Final 40 seconds of round number 1.
Another right hand. Kind of skips off the cheek. There's a big right hand from JJ Macintosh. Left hand as he separates.
I mean, he is just stringing them together out there. Beautiful flurry by JJ Macintosh. Gutierrez fires back with a right hand. Oh, and he stung him. Oh, maybe he just lost his balance there.
Kind of ran into the fence, lost his balance. Sergio cracks him for his troubles.
Oh.
Sergio looking for the takedown, and I don't blame him. JJ live on the feet.
Woo! I could just feel it when they were stepping in the cage that we were in store for a good one, and that first round did not disappoint. Great work by Macintosh and Gutierrez. Obviously the highlights, the right hands for Gutierrez, but Macintosh is stringing his combinations together.
Yeah, Gutierrez finding that right hand. Here's the off the break, fires the high kick, and it comes close, but he loses his balance and ends up on the bottom here. Such a crazy scrap. I think Macintosh probably a little smoother with his technique on the feet. Sergio finding that right hand, though. I mean, that thing can't miss. He's got great timing with it. What a fight. I mean, we knew it.
Yeah. Great first round by both of these guys. You can see there's Macintosh just teeing off.
The combination punching of Macintosh, just so effortless and smooth.
And you said it, he's so balanced when he's doing it. He's not, loading up too much. It's just all very smooth.
I'm willing to bet he's got a few amateur boxing fights.
He very well might.
That weren't disclosed.
See what, kid's got some very, very sound boxing. See if he gets back to it here in the early stages of round 2.
Sergio looking for that right hand.
He's trying
Left
to hit home
hook
runs.
that time. Beautiful work by JJ Macintosh. Rolls the hook, catches the kick, pushes it aside, cross for his trouble. Another calf kick. That one got through. It doesn't take many of those. Big right hand from Sergio.
That right hand clipped him. That hurt him.
Sergio landed a right hand on Macintosh, but Macintosh answered back with one. Kind of got the better of it. Beautiful.
See if Macintosh can get back to his feet. He does.
He's so strong. Good hips, too. Serge doing a good job of getting his hands together, finding kind of a squirrely takedown. Macintosh able to create a scramble, get back to his feet.
There's that overhand right from Gutierrez once again.
Hard low kick cuts through the thigh. Gutierrez with another calf kick, and look at the bruising on Macintosh's calf. I mean, Gutierrez, gosh, having excellent moments of his own. You know, it looks like, you know, when JJ ran into the fence here, I think he cut his heel.
I'll have to take a closer look at it. I'll tell you what, Sergio landed a beautiful right hand a moment ago.
Another hard low kick. Goes to the teep afterwards, shows the kick.
Macintosh looking so good, but Gutierrez has that right hand as the answer.
Sends it to the body from time to time, and there it is. Finds the chin again, but JJ, like it doesn't even touch him. Beautiful, hard low kick on the end of that combination. Cross to the body from Gutierrez.
Got to get those hands back up, though, because Macintosh looking to tee off.
Some ugly footwork there. Back to the calf kick. That was his best entry yet. Serge finds the takedown. He's in a guillotine here.
It looks pretty deep, Matt.
It does, but Sergio tough trying to, he separated the hands. This is better.
Oh, now he's locking it up.
Sergio punching to the body. Serge is just kind of a scrawny guy, and sometimes just having a skinny neck makes it difficult for people to squeeze and finish it. Looked like a good bite, but Sergio going to survive the guillotine attempt.
Great sportsmanship from the boys there at the end of that second round, dapping each other up after what was another sensational 3 minutes of mixed martial arts. My God, these two boys putting on a show right now, Matt Schnell.
Sometimes it's just easy.
Sometimes it's just easy.
Let these goofs fight each other. I bet it's a scrap.
Man, they look great. Great takedown there by Gutierrez. Just ended up in the guillotine, and credit to him for weathering the storm.
And throughout these exchanges, these grappling exchanges, JJ is very game and aware. And I don't know if grappling is his background. He looks, but he is perfectly, has solid understanding within the grappling.
Yep.
Has shown me quite a bit of competency. Mm-hmm. I pegged him as more of a striker, but I mean, through these exchanges, and Serge is kind of scrappy and he's kind of sticky, but doing a good job hipping in, creating space, grabbing underhooks, just technical things.
Well, you certainly wouldn't be wrong to peg him as a striker as he throws
sure.
a couple strikes right there.
Sharp jab, just like they put it in the textbook. Gets the guard high, and that right hand rings the bell of J.J. Macintosh. Shakes that one off a little bit. Another looping right hand. And J.J. with the beautiful boxing technique.
Oh, he's got to be careful there. It's another big right hand. Gutierrez having his best moment so far here in this third round.
Knee to the head on the break. Looked legal to me, Macintosh.
He was checking.
Look to Bam Bam. Was that okay? Switches stances. Just lunging cross to the body from Gutierrez, and that right hand loops around again. that thing's got to be landed like 86% of the time.
Yeah.
It is outrageous.
It's crazy, and you can hear Macintosh's corner saying to get his hands up. He has let him fall just a little bit, and Gutierrez has capitalized on that.
Gutierrez kind of just succeeds the position there, takes a knee as JJ circles to his back with a body lock, fights into the single here. Let's see if JJ jumps the gilly again.
He was thinking about it, let it go.
Sure was. Smart man. That's IQ right there.
That's right, back to their feet, 1:15 to go, and you can see blood all over that heel of Macintosh.
Another right hand from Sergio. These guys are scrapping.
Macintosh and Gutierrez leaving it all out there here tonight at AKA 52. Another big right hand.
And that one got to put him on his heels. He stumbled back a little bit after it.
Ooh.
Serge Gutierrez going back to the calf kick. It was paying dividends earlier in the fight. Kind of got away from it as the fight progressed. The tank of JJ, I mean, he is just relentless, has not slowed down one bit. And that's the mark of solid, good technique, good fundamentals. Even when you're tired, you can keep those things ripping. Looks for a flying knee. Sergio Gutierrez guard in position.
Final 10. These boys might just let it fly for the final 10.
I mean, if this ain't fight of the night, I don't know what is. Good golly.
Well, I was wrong about that, but it was a couple good combinations from Macintosh to finish off this fight. What a showing from those two boys. Wow, really, really impressive stuff. Macintosh's boxing just so damn solid. Gutierrez with the right hand is the equalizer. Felt like to me Macintosh rounds 1 and 2. I felt like Gutierrez had his best round in the third. We'll see what the judges think about it. These two young men leaving it all out there in the cage tonight, though. Gotta love what you saw from them. Macintosh, you can see he's fired up. Sure, he's feeling pretty good, and man, that boxing. And it wasn't just the boxing. He did get taken down a couple times in that second round, but he dealt with some other attempts. He looked, like Matt said, very competent whenever things did go to the ground. Obviously, he tried to sink in that guillotine that nearly finished the fight in the second round. Gutierrez weathering the storm, and then I felt like Gutierrez had his best round in the third.
No doubt about it. I mean, in the story of the whole fight, just a scrap. I mean, good stuff. You saw just JJ with a volley of boxing technique.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of hooking and jabbing, scooping and slamming, hanging and banging, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen and scored this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, fighting in the red corner, Joseph Macintosh.
JJ Macintosh does get his hand raised here at AKA 52, and honestly, rightfully so. Young man had a tremendous showing here tonight. Absorbed some huge right hands from Gutierrez and kept on coming back, though, but really the combination for Macintosh are what took center stage in this fight.
No doubt about it. Such a bright future for these young 515 guys. Excellent, valiant effort from my boy Sergio Gutierrez. Good stuff, great fight.
Certainly in the lead right now for fight of the night. I mean, that was an absolute war from start to finish. Both guys left it all out there without question. The lead horse right now in that race for fight of the night. Next up, we're going to turn to a bantamweight bout between Camden Zoller and Noel Sanchez. There's the tail of your tape. Tail of the tape. 3 inches taller is Zoller. He's got a 7-inch reach advantage as Sanchez and Zoller get set to take center stage here at Live Casino in Bossier City. Getting the blood off the canvas real quick. That was left out there by J.J. Macintosh's heel. And you're right, when he did stumble back, he cut his heel. It looks like when you cut your heel, you're going to bleed all over the canvas.
Yeah.
So they got a lot to clean up out there, but appreciate the boys getting that taken care of.
And here we go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA Bantamweight division. This fight's being brought to you by Chevyland, right here on Yori Drive. At this time, please welcome your first fighter into the cage. Put your hands together for Noel Sanchez.
Noel Raw Dog Sanchez. Mixed martial artist by trade, representing SFS, checking in at 5'6", 135, out of Dallas, Texas, putting in work over there with Joseph Holmes.
Yeah, Noel Sanchez, tough, scrappy guy. You got to expect him to have a good, well-rounded skill set coming from the Salasang fighting system. These guys have been around for so long, and they've always just produced consistently good, solid, fundamental mixed martial artists, guys that know how to grapple, know how to strike, and I anticipate we see much of the same with Noel Sanchez tonight.
Well, anytime we've seen SFS in the past, we know they're going to be well-rounded. They got some ground game to them. We know they're going to be ready to rock and roll here tonight. That is Joseph Holmes, former UFC fighter, there with Noel Sanchez, as Sanchez gets prepared to make the walk for the first time here tonight. Shaking out probably some of those jitters. You know, it's the first step. You could see him shaking it out just a little bit. That first time making the walk, obviously, you put in all the preparation, put in all the work, day after day, blood, sweat, tears inside the training facility, but the gym today, baby, it's about getting out there and proving everything you've been working on is gonna work.
And now, Live Casino, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome Camden Zoller.
Camden Zoller, the head case. Walking out to some Lil Wayne, always a Louisiana favorite, of course. Representing Sika MMA out of Prairieville, Louisiana, as we showed you, walking in at 5'9", 135. He had that 72-inch reach, so he'll have a 7-inch reach advantage in this one. Camden hit us up and he said, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock, ready to see what he has in store here tonight, Matt.
Yeah, Camden Zoller, a guy, has a little bit of a wrestling background, trains somewhere in South Louisiana.
Yeah, down there in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Prairieville,
Yep.
Got his dad in his corner tonight. Gonna go out and do his best, try and put on a show. Trains hard, was eager for the opportunity, so we gave him one. Looking forward to seeing him get out there. He's been, was very eager, as he's hitting us up, and as it happens, you get here, you weigh in, you start to realize you're actually in for it, and very much looking forward to seeing how he responds.
Well, look, he told us he's been training for this moment since he was very young. So this is what it's all about, baby. Time to make that walk for the first time, step in there with another man. Cage door closed as we find out what we're about. And tonight, right now, it's about Camden Zoller and Noel Sanchez.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA Bantamweight division. This fight being brought to you by Chevyland on Yori Drive. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing the Salang Sang Fighting Systems MMA. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas. Here is the Raw Dog, Noel Sanchez. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a wrestler representing Seika MMA. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Prairieville, Louisiana, here is Camden, the head case Zoller.
Ready to go with Noel Sanchez and Camden Zoller. 8th fight of the night here at AKA 52. Basil Bam Bam Maju back in there to referee.
Hard jab from Camden Zoller. Big overhand right. Loops over. And Camden stuns Noel Sanchez with a right hand.
Clipped him on the way in. Now Sanchez fighting right back. These boys are going at it.
What in the world are we watching? What a scrap. These dudes haven't taken a step back yet. They're both stepping in potholes.
Wow. Finally, the pace slowing down just a little bit. What a frantic pace right out of the gate.
Had to.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, you're right. Zoller just barely clipped him, knocked Sanchez down to a knee.
Had him stunned for sure, only for Sanchez to come back and return the favor.
Absolutely. What a start to this one.
Camden looking for a takedown off the fence, using a little pressure. Noel Sanchez digging out that underhook, separates.
Yeah, well done by Sanchez to deal with it back to the center.
Camden starting it with that jab. Last time, the right hand's not exactly straight, but he's sending it.
Oh, ducks under that kick. Look, that left hand might have gotten through for Zoller a moment ago with the jab this time.
Loops in the overhand right. That time Sanchez attempts the cross to the body, steps around, scores a takedown.
Trying to move into mount. Zoller giving up his back here. Trying to fight the hands. Instead, he's going to eat right hands from Sanchez.
Zoller needs to pick a side. He's in a bad position, allowing Sanchez to just have his hooks in and carry all of his weight.
These shots from Sanchez starting to add up here.
I know Zoller has a little bit of wrestling experience there. He's able to pluck the hook out of his hip, and he's trying to create, but he gets his arm trapped in that moment. This is a very difficult position.
Yeah,
I think Camden needs to come out the back door just like that.
Well done.
Gets the top position.
Now a chance for him to rain down some shots from the top potentially. Good job by Sanchez though. There are those shots from Zoller. Final 15 seconds of round number 1 approaching.
Looks like Zoller's got his hands together. See if he tries to run this single leg. Noel Sanchez jumping the guillotine, kind of DDTing him on the way down.
Maybe a little too late in the round though, but good effort there by Sanchez to look for the guillotine. High pace first 15 minutes, and we got to see some wrestling from these two guys. Good takedown from Sanchez. Ended up on top, landed some shots. Pretty high pace first round for two debutantes.
Absolutely.
Here's a look at your replays. There's that takedown by Sanchez. Zoller kind of got his leg caught underneath there. And Sanchez.
I didn't love what it looked like when they hit the ground. Really didn't seem. I know Camden's got a little bit of wrestling experience, but I don't know how much he's grappled. Just how that landed, you know, and Noel Sanchez able to pretty much effortlessly move to the back. And no doubt about it, Camden, a scrappy dude, able to pluck the hip, pluck the hook out of his hip and get top position, but just being athletic.
You're right, that was a little too effortless for Sanchez once it went to the ground.
I'm not sure if Sanchez recognized that, but I'm hoping his corner did. Camden having some good moments on the feet, but just within the nuances of grappling, the back position, just didn't look like he had been there very much. Looking for that overhand right. Big right hand from Sanchez, stuns Camden Zoller.
Another right hand from Sanchez. Zoller hits the mat.
What an insane pace. What in the world?
Zoller still maybe feeling those shots from earlier. Now he's feeling more. Sanchez teeing off. Don't love this body language from Zoller right now.
No, and this is typically what debutante fighters look like,
Yep.
and I think we've gotten, we've seen such good debutantes tonight. We kind of forget this is these guys. They're going out there. They're trying to figure it out. Camden's first fight tonight kind of emptied the tank. A crazy pace. No wonder they're tired.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Noel Sanchez able to weather the storm, kind of put on a storm of his own,
Yes.
and then ultimately get the win in the end. What a crazy scrap.
Really good scrap between these two debutantes at bantamweight. Zoller had that big moment, dropped Sanchez early on, but Noel really did do an excellent job from there on out.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 1 minute 2 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner, the Raw Dog, Noel Sanchez.
Noel Sanchez walking out of here with the W tonight. You can see them talking about, I think they were talking about that shot that may have landed early on in the fight. But a back and forth, wild first round between those two, and then Noel Sanchez taking over in round number 2 and finishing things off. Good showing from the two debutantes. Exciting action between the two. We'll turn next to a lightweight bout between Cam White and Nate Blundell. Cam White going to be 3 inches taller. He'll have an 8-inch reach advantage in this fight against Nate Blundell.
And here we go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening, the final bout on the undercard. This will be 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA lightweight division, and it is sponsored by Miracles Towing. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Nate Blundell.
Nate Blundell, not a stranger to the AKA cage, a wrestler through and through, representing Chrome Gracie, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 5'7", 155 pounds, out of West Monroe, Louisiana. And we know one thing, Matt, he wants to get this to the mat.
He definitely does, and I think Nate Blundell's been working on his skill set as a whole, as you expect these guys to do, but we know what this guy is. He's a great grappler. He's a grapple monster. He's going to be trying to close the distance, get to his position, score takedowns, and dominate.
We saw him in a grappling match, got a guillotine in that first fight. Then he was in a custom rules match, finished it off with a guillotine. Both of those fights, by the way, in like the last 15 seconds, he was able to find the submission to finish them off. Then he got into pretty much a war with Kaysen Cox. Kaysen Cox, much more of a striker. He landed some big shots that Blundell absorbed and worked through. Ultimately, got the rear naked choke at the very end of that one with 8 seconds left to go in the third. So he finds finishes whenever it looks like it's going to go to the judges' scorecards. Tonight, he'll be looking to find another finish against a game opponent in Cam White. Nate Blundell in there for the second time in MMA here at AKA 52.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the cage. Put your hands together for Cam White.
Cam White, a striker, representing Team 515, 5'10", 155. as we showed you, he'll have the reach advantage in this one. Out of Longview, Texas, here comes Cam White, and it's been a good night so far for Longview, Texas.
It's been a great showing for this new crop of 515 studs, and you got to anticipate Cam White looking to continue to carry that momentum through all the way to the main event with Steve Jones. He's not the young gun that he once was. Now these guys, Cam White and the crew, they're the young guns. Looking forward to seeing another performance from these 515 guys. I believe Cam fought a kickboxing fight for us somewhat recently. A stud, a guy that has a good, well-rounded skill set, fights behind his jab. Another one of those guys that Coach Wade was so just lit up, glowing as he was talking about him. And again, if the rest of the night is any indication, we're in for a good one. Nate Blundell, a grapple monster. He's going to put Cam White's takedown defense to the test, and we'll see what's what.
Kind of feels similar to the matchup against Kason Cox for Nate Blundell, going up against a striker. The question will be, can Blundell get this to the ground, or is Cam White going to be able to display that striking prowess here in this lightweight bout? Cam White hitting the commission check down spot there as Chris Hill makes sure he's prepared for this battle. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to some more of our sponsors. PBR Bar here at Live Casino, Mechanical Works, of course, Live Casino Hotel, Louisiana, right here in Bossier City. Miracles Towing, LLC, Legendary Culture Brand, Inc. and Judge, DSP, and J&K Trading Cards and Collectibles. Thank you to all our sponsors.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA lightweight division. This fight's being brought to you by Miracles Towing. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a wrestler representing Crone Gracie, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of West Monroe, Louisiana, here is Nate Blundell. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a striker representing Team 515. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Longview, Texas, here is Campbell.
Cam White, Nate Blundell ready to close out the undercard here in Bossier City.
Sharp jab from Cam White to open up the round. Beautiful level change from Nate Blundell. The timing, runs his feet and scores. Instantly into side position. Cam White doing a good job of shrimping, trying to get his guard back, but Nate Blundell moves straight into mount.
We knew Blundell was going to try and get right to the takedown. Didn't take him long at all. Now on top inside the first 30 seconds.
A sticky mount. You can just tell how high level Nate Blundell is. He's just, everything Cam does, he just moves with him and is surfing on top of him. Good pressure here, Nate Blundell with an interesting punch selection there, but hey.
Trying to add up that damage as we fight on in the first minute.
Cam White doing the right thing too, trying to flatten out a leg, attempting mount escapes. You know, I can tell by watching like he does have some game here, but Nate Blundell just a little too savvy, a little too heavy on the hips. Doing a great job just taking all the space away here from Cam.
Well, Blundell's had so much success as a grappler throughout his lifetime, tons of accolades, and he's putting it on display right now.
Earlier in this exchange, he was doing a little better job of letting his punches go, creating space, creating posture. Now he's kind of trying to suffocate Cam a little bit, probably because Cam gave him some hips and
has, demonstrated a little bit of competency his own self though he's been mounted, and it's been tough.
You're right, Blundell's just smothering, now trying to create that separation.
Cam just trying to make something happen, gives up his back. Nate Blundell, not a worry in the world. This is a strong choke attempt. It looks to be on his face, but Nate Blundell going for it.
Yeah, you're right, it was across his face, ultimately lets it go. 45 seconds left.
Again, cranking the face. Nate Blundell believes in his squeeze, switches the hand. That was a good, nice little switch to the choke and finishes from the back position. Beautiful stuff by Nate Blundell. Surgical, and not what Cam White wanted, not how he wanted to get started, but ultimately tough stuff tonight.
Well, you knew that was going to be the game plan coming in for Nate Blundell. He wants to get it to the ground. He wants to show off the grappling, the submission skills, and he has done it once again. He finishes another fight via submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 2 minutes 19 seconds in round number 1, declaring your winner, Nate Blundell.
Nate Blundell now 2-0 as an amateur mixed martial artist. Obviously, he's got a couple wins under his belt as well in the grappling and custom rules. But tonight, he moves to 2-0 and does it in impressive fashion. Got immediately to that single leg, got the takedown, got the finish, Matt.
Surgical, a grapple monster, like we said. What a stud.
That's going to wrap things up for our undercard. I think we're skipping the intermission here. I'm going to let Dynamite dictate what's going on here, but I was told by a birdie that we're going to roll through this expected intermission.
And here we go, fight fans, on to the main card portion of AKA 52. Up next, we've got 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the welterweight division, a catch weight of 160 pounds. This fight being brought to you by Mammoth Coolers. And now, please welcome your first fighter. Here is Kylan Pierce.
The TCB Army ready to walk out once again, 3-0 on the night. This time it'll be a mixed martial arts battle for Kylan Pierce. Everybody else has done kickboxing. Kylan Pierce will take the cage for some MMA. Says he does some box kwando. That's what he does.
The master.
The master of box kwando. 5'11", 160, out of Cottsville, Missouri. Here comes Kylan Pierce, who is 2-0 so far in mixed martial arts, has a lot of kickboxing fights under his belt as well, so he's very experienced.
Very experienced. Both of these guys very experienced in the kickboxing realm. I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out, whether or not one of them's like, heck, let's see who can grapple, because both of these guys can strike. They've got a lot of fights under their belt between the two of them, so I was thinking these guys were just about to come out here and bang it down in 4-ounce gloves, and who knows, though.
I'm excited to see what Kylan Pierce and Anthony Lewis have in store for us here as we now enter the main card of our evening at AKA 52. Of course, don't go anywhere. Steve Jones, Yaya Riles in the main event, Hunter Jones, Lamar Walter, light heavyweight kickboxing bout in our co-main, Adam Rochelle and Jose Garcia coming up next. But right now it's about Kylan Pierce, who's coming out to some dubstep, a little electronic music, a personal favorite of mine, so shout out to my guy, Kylan Pierce.
Taking me back to 2012, baby.
Yeah, let's go. I certainly am not mad at it. Kylan has entered the cage, ready to go to open up our main card.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for his opponent. Please welcome to the cage, Anthony Lewis.
Listen, you don't get a nickname like Crazy Tony unless you're a bad man. Anthony Crazy Tony Lewis mixed martial artist practice representing Ethos Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and martial arts, 6'1", 160 out of Tyler, Texas. Another one of those Ethos products. And Crazy Tony ready to make the walk here tonight, Matt.
Yeah, Anthony Lewis. I believe we've seen him in the AKA cage before. I think he's kickboxed for us, maybe fought some MMA for us as well. But a guy that brings it, a lot of kickboxing experience, a little MMA. And I think on the onset, these guys were actually matched with two different people.
Yep.
But then once we looked at their resumes a little bit, it made more sense to put them together. So another one that I'm really excited about, just off of paper alone, it looks like it's going to be a fun one. You just never know what's going to happen. That's why we put the fights together. That's why we show up and watch them play out. But like we both said at the onset, a lot of kickboxing.
Yeah.
Let's see if anybody goes out there and puts their grappling to the test.
I'm expecting some kickboxing in this one. Anthony Lewis, 2-1 as a kickboxer, 2-1 as a mixed martial artist. So he's got 6 fights under his belt, very comparable as far as the records are concerned for Anthony Lewis and Kylan Pierce. This fight is going to be at 160 pounds. That's what we agreed to here for these two. So a catch weight at 160 between Lewis and Pierce.
Not sure how we came to that number.
Well, that was my doing. Ultimately, that's what was asked from. Both sides agreed to it pretty easily. So we're at 160.
Let's do away with weight cutting. You know, I'm down.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts section inside the AKA welterweight division, a catch weight of 160 pounds. This fight being brought to you by Mammoth Coolers. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is the master of Box Kwon Do. He is representing the TCB Army. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 160 pounds. Fighting out of Cattsville, Missouri. Here is Kylan Pierce. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist representing Ethos, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and martial arts. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 160 pounds. Fighting out of Tyler, Texas, here is Crazy Tony Anthony Lewis.
Looking kind of crazy.
He was giving him the crazy eyes. You saw it. I know now how he earned that nickname. Kerry Mullins back out there to referee this one. The main card is underway here at AKA 52.
Kylan storms across the cage. Big right hand from Anthony Pierce. Anthony Lewis, goodness.
I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of kickboxing in this one. Well, oh my God, as soon as I say that,
Anthony
Lewis grabs a leg.
Runs the single leg. That's who's going to grapple first.
Talk about a jinx.
Kylan Pierce getting his guard back, gets back to his feet, kind of hits a pure way in the middle of the cage. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah. I don't know if he hurt himself on that kick or not.
Kind of lost his footing, looked down at his foot.
Pierce trying to capitalize on it. Instead, he wants Lewis back to his feet.
It's like Lewis, I'm not sure if he twisted his ankle or what happened, but he's definitely battling some adversity here. Scores the takedown. Kylan not offering up much takedown defense, but looks wily off of his back.
Yeah, and I'm legitimately concerned that something is going on with Anthony Lewis' ankle there, but now Kylan Pierce.
Pierce sweeps him with the Kimura.
They're not just doing kickboxing up there at TCB.
No, they're not. Looks like they do a little jiu-jitsu.
See Lewis trying to get those legs high. Halfway through round number 1.
I'm
hoping we're not dealing with something more serious with.
Yeah, I agree. I think he immediately realized there is something compromising going on, either with his leg, knee, ankle, something along those lines. And he immediately took it to the ground. Now he's trying to throw up a triangle attempt.
That's a beautiful triangle attempt, and this is snug. It's kind of at a strange angle. Now he's attacking the arm. This is good work by Anthony Lewis, and he's really going after this arm. He's going to get the tap here, and Tylen Pierce taps.
Wow. I said we're going to kickbox, and then we go to the ground.
We get the triangle armbar combination finish. Beautiful stuff, and you got to know that Anthony Lewis needed it. He looked like he had a flat tire on the feet, so to get a finish off his back like that, triangle armbar.
He was cranking on that arm, too.
Yeah, he was. I think we got to call that an armbar.
Yeah, I think it's fair to call that an armbar. That felt like what got it done was the pressure on the arm. What a close fight. Well, what a quick fight is what I meant to say there. I expected him to stand on the feet and bang this one out, but I'll tell you what, they both showed pretty well on the ground. Good stuff from Anthony Lewis.
Look like they both have well-rounded skill sets, though they have been in the kickboxing arena as well as done some MMA. But yeah, good stuff. Anthony Lewis pulling it off of his back when he was definitely compromised.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 2 minutes, 6 seconds in round number 1, declaring your winner, Crazy Tony Anthony Lewis.
Crazy Tony with the crazy submission. Blocking up the triangle, then attacking the arm. Impressive stuff from Anthony Lewis. Ethos picking up the win there. Quick way to open up this main card. So Anthony Lewis will walk out of the cage with a W, a submission victory. Not expecting that one, but that is how this one turns out. Next, we'll turn our sights to Adam Rochelle and Jose Garcia. Very measurable, or even measurables outside of the reach. Pretty big reach advantage here for Garcia.
I can't imagine Adam Rochelle actually has
And here we go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This fight goes down inside the AKA Bantamweight division and is brought to you by 100% Chiropractic of Lake Charles. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Jose Garcia.
Jose Garcia, ready to get in there. The Honey Badger. Just one of the best nicknames for one of those people that are going to go out there and get it. Obviously, Tyrann Mathieu made it famous. But tonight, it's Jose Honey Badger Garcia who's going to be on display, a wrestler by practice, representing SFS MMA, 5'6", 135 pounds, out of Dallas, Texas. What more can you tell us about Jose?
Yeah, Jose, one of these guys, he's been around for a little bit. One of the more experienced fighters on the card tonight. Somewhat of an upside-down record, but now training with SFS, looking to go out there and start out 2026 with a bit of a bang. You got to expect, as we've seen from the SFS guys, throughout the years and in the past, I mean, we know what to expect. We saw it a little earlier with our guy Noel Sanchez. These guys aren't afraid of confrontation. If it gets crazy, they can navigate that just fine. And that's a testament to what Joseph Holmes and everybody in the crew's doing, the types of drills they're putting them through. I mean, Noel Sanchez, what a pace that fight took place at. And you got to expect he's a training partner of Jose Garcia. I don't think he's going to be afraid if this thing gets revved up to high RPMs.
Well, I talked to Jose earlier, and he said this was his longest layoff. He fought back in June. But if you look through, he's got 8 fights, and he was fighting every 2 months, essentially, starting in June of 2023. So maybe the layoff was good. Take a little breather, get the game right, and get back in there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for his opponent. Show your love for Adam Rochelle.
Adam the Hammer Rochelle. Got a jiu-jitsu background, but he's got some striking in the bag as well, representing Louisiana Black Belt Academy, 5'6", 155, representing Shreveport, Louisiana. And I'll tell you what, Matt, he predicted a first-round TKO earlier. Garcia predicted he was going to wrap up a submission in the first round. So both guys looking to get it done a different way. What more can you tell us about Adam Rochelle?
Adam Rochelle, tough guy, Shreveport native, happy that he's here representing for his hometown. Always good to have some hometown talent in there. And he's got to carry the banner tonight, there's no doubt about it. Louisiana Black Belt Academy, a group of guys that I have really liked watching them grow up. And you know, Coach Mike Braswell, he demands a lot from these guys. He has a criteria that he needs them to make, and to me it's somewhat frustrating as a guy who's trying to put fights together. Like, let's get these guys out there. But Adam Rochelle was kind of, to me, one of those first examples where I saw, like, okay, this is a good thing. This guy went out there and looked seasoned. His last time out, he picked up an L, fighting a weight class up against a jiu-jitsu black belt, a very difficult fight. Ended up losing a unanimous decision against a former champion. And, you know, we wanted to get him back to his weight class, put him in front of a guy with a comparable record. That's what we did tonight. I expect a lot from Adam Rochelle. Athletic, talented, well-trained by Mike Braswell. Let's go.
Had a lot of success in kickboxing, got a win over Ryder Martin in his MMA debut, and then went in there against Jeremy Christensen, who is an absolute dog, as you said, black belt, and he was just a little over his head in that one. You know, it was just a little too much.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action inside the AKA Bantamweight division. This fight being brought to you by 100% Chiropractic of Lake Charles. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a wrestler representing the Salang Sang Fighting Systems MMA. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas. Here is the Honey Badger, Jose Garcia. And now, introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner representing the Louisiana Black Belt Academy. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Here is Adam Rochelle.
Tell you what, Adam Rochelle was not short of confidence whenever I interviewed him earlier. Much more soft-spoken for Jose Garcia. Ready to go with our second fight of this main card.
Hard low kick to start the round from Adam Rochelle. Sends it again. Double jab.
Beautiful.
Switch kick right to the bread basket.
Rochelle looking sharp here early.
Absolutely. Brings one up top. Skips off the guard of Jose Garcia. Another left leg to the arms. Sharp jab. Garcia finds a right hand of his own.
You know, we just didn't get a chance to see enough of the striking from Rochelle his last time out against Jeremy Christensen, but it looks really strong here early.
It does look strong. He's very balanced, and he finds that big right hand. Let's see if he can bring that prediction to fruition.
You beat me to it, but now we got exactly what Garcia wants.
Jose Garcia here in a good position too with double underhooks, but you gotta think he's shook.
Oh, no doubt about it. It's a huge shot from Rochelle. Good job by Garcia to weather the storm, get back to his feet, and now in a much better position.
Little inside trip. Rochelle able to keep his balance. This time, Jose Garcia finds the trip,
straight into side position. But Adam Rochelle just squirrely gives up his back.
Ooh, nice move there by Garcia.
Both these guys trying to put their predictions to work.
A minute 15 left. Look at this reversal by Adam Rochelle.
And just scrambled through, just like hit a tornado. Big right hand with Jose Garcia's face just planted on the mat.
But you know at Louisiana Black Belt Academy that Rochelle's got that jiu-jitsu in the bag as well.
He sure does. Got a little high there. Garcia able to capitalize on it. Rochelle needs to separate here.
Yeah.
I mean, he can grapple with Garcia and is having good scrambling moments here as he's fresh. But on the feet, it's just night and day.
Agreed. Final 30 seconds left. You can hear the corner calling for a Kimura. Rochelle now into full mount for
Beautiful
just a moment.
transition by Rochelle, seamlessly to mount. Now he's looking to get the back. Garcia needs to be careful putting that arm in there, get it trapped. And it looks like he's bullying his little cousin.
Strong first round here for Adam Rochelle. Impressive stuff. Well, Rochelle didn't get it done in the first round, but he was close.
He
I'll
sure
give him
was.
that.
Big right hand.
I'll be honest, I'm glad he didn't get it done in the first round because I want to see more
I
of
want to
this
see
one.
more. I want to see
I wanna
more
see
too.
more.
These guys are well matched, no doubt about it. Good left legs from Rochelle. Teep up the middle. I think it was that big right hand that really changed the momentum of everything. Just beautiful extension. Turns the chin of Jose Garcia, sets him down. Adam Rochelle not able to find the finishing touches there, but Garcia had moments of his own. Beautiful trip here. It lands in side position. A couple of scrambles. I think it was a Rochelle round just because of the knockdown, but great fight, great scrap, back and forth action. Love to see it.
And I think there obviously has to be a confidence boost there for Rochelle. Not that he needed one, but not just the striking, but the fact that he dealt with Garcia on the ground as well as he did.
Rochelle pops up, looks fresh.
Yeah, he's got tons of energy. Let's see what Garcia can do in round number 2 to get this thing back to even.
Tries a teep, but he's a little close. Garcia finds a teep of his own. Little exchange on the inside. Left hook over the head of Garcia. Garcia looking a little more comfortable, low-handed. I wouldn't suggest it.
Not at all.
Finds his takedown there, gets his hands together, elevates Adam Rochelle and scores. Rochelle instantly gets his guard back.
He shot that from a long ways out, but he was ultimately able to secure the takedown.
It was the fence that helped him out.
Yep,
As they ran into the fence, he was able to get his hands together. Good moment from Jose Garcia. Rochelle looking to make something happen off of his back here. I'm willing to bet his corner's telling him to get back to his feet.
1 minute gone here in this second round.
Rochelle trying to grapevine the legs. It's kind of difficult to create space like that. Sometimes the grapevine holds you in place more than. There he is. He has a butterfly hook, looking to elevate. See if he can make some space, make it happen. Beautiful butterfly sweep there from Adam Rochelle. I gotta think Mike Braswell's pumped up about that one.
Oh, no doubt. That was beautiful work by Rochelle. I've heard him call for the Kimura a couple times. Instead, he's just going to land big blows here halfway through round number 2.
Got Jose Garcia handcuffed on the other side now, looking for a choke, but he's high again. He needs to be careful. And again, Jose Garcia says, thank you.
That's what happened last time. Got a little too high. Garcia knows how to deal with that. And he's going to pop out. Back and forth they go on the ground.
Rochelle needs to get an underhook here. Now he's trying to build up when he doesn't have the underhook, and that's why it's so easy for Garcia to just flatten him back down.
Well said. You could see it on display right there.
Even there, you know, he hipped in, and if he would have had an underhook, I think he could have created some space and scrambled out. Gets his guard back.
Just over 30 seconds remaining in this second round. Much better round for Garcia.
Rochelle just kind of squeezing his legs there. I'm not sure if I liked that.
Rochelle appears a little more willing to just succeed this position.
He needs to have some urgency here. He needs to be trying to build up, staying to his feet, make some space, make something happen.
That'll do it for round number 2. Strong round for Jose Garcia. Got a couple takedowns, had a lot of time on top. Rochelle certainly had a moment in there. Was able to get a reversal and land some ground and pound, but I feel like that one probably belongs to Garcia for the amount of time he was on top.
Yeah, just for top position. Right there, Rochelle was able to ring him up as they circled off there, kind of a sweeping right hand, but this was a big moment for Jose Garcia, able to get his hands together, elevate, put Rochelle down to the mat, and from there it was just top position for Jose Garcia, able to keep his spot, and well, I guess not. Rochelle.
Yeah. And you know, I was going to say, as far as the damage, and it wasn't a ton, it was not a ton of damage, but probably the damage advantage again to Rochelle. He was able to get a little bit right there. We haven't seen Garcia be able to create any damage so far.
Right.
But he obviously had the top time in that round, no doubt about it.
I think this comes down to the third round, though. Both guys needed here. Rochelle needs to keep his space.
Got to keep it on the feet here. If he does, it feels like he can find a way to get this win. But I like what Garcia did last time. Got the takedown.
Just said, heck it, I'm going to go get you.
Yep, from way out there, too.
Didn't set it up, just sent it.
Right hand over the top from Garcia.
Came close. Another hard low kick from Adam Rochelle. The Louisiana Black Belt Academy, they believe in the low kick.
Yep. Rochelle looking for that jab.
Ooh, nice left hook from Jose Garcia.
And he hits a jab in return.
A jumping right leg. Again, kind of getting into the grappling exchange.
Well, you saw it looked like Rochelle could have had a single there. He tried to let it go. Now they're in this exchange.
I think Rochelle is making a mistake here. Yeah. He's clearly the better striker, just needs to keep his space. And it's difficult, you know, that cage, it's a good sized cage, but you still run into those walls every now and then. And I think Rochelle's got to work on keeping his range a little better.
They will separate. Rochelle fires that right hand out there.
Big right hand, it came close. Another head and arm throw attempt from Garcia. Rochelle able to cross face him, pin him to the fence and prevent the takedown.
Look, that knee might have connected.
So Rochelle's kind of,
he's thinking about it.
Yeah, he needs to cross face Garcia out of here and not give up this takedown. But again, Garcia able to get his hands together. Rochelle
couldn't quite tell if he grabbed the fence, but it was close. Once again, Garcia ended up on top, though. I'd like to see him get some damage off in this third and final round. Garcia's biggest shot landed in this third round, though. Caught him with a left hand that was very nice. 50 seconds remaining, round number 3. Who's going to find the winning moment in what has been a very close matchup thus far? Still feels up in the air.
Good Kimura attempt there. Let's see if he's able to get the sweep. He really needs to make something happen. He either needs a sweep here or finish this Kimura. He got the tap. Beautiful. Mike Braswell calling for the Kimura all night long. His student able to find it. Adam Rochelle gets the finish right when he needed it.
That was a great fight. My God, what a fight between these two. Adam Rochelle, time expiring in a round that maybe he's down. Very close round, but he needed one. He finds it. Wasn't quite the first round TKO that he predicted, but in a way, this one might even be more satisfying. I mean, my goodness.
These are the types of fights I want to see. I think these are the types of fights that actually cultivate skill sets and help guys improve. Not like they took a lot of damage or leaving with a lot of head trauma either. Back and forth, positions, good stuff. Good scrap. Good stuff. Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 2 minutes 41 seconds in the third and final round, declaring your winner, Adam the Hammer Rochelle.
At the buzzer, Adam Rochelle finds the Kimura to finish it off with about 20 seconds left. I wouldn't quite say at the buzzer. I said it at the end of round one. I'm glad it didn't finish in the first round. We would have been deprived of those final 2 rounds. Elite stuff between these two guys as it ends in a submission victory for Adam Rochelle. And look, the corner was calling for the Kimura. He almost attacked it in the first round. He finds it in the third.
Had a couple opportunities for it, and I think the corner was calling for it in the right time. Adam Rochelle listened to him that time, seals it up, gets the finish. Beautiful stuff. I think if they weren't stuck against the fence, Rochelle might have just ended up sweeping him, but because they were.
Here we go, fight fans, moving right along with your next bout of the evening. This will be your co-main event here at AKA 52, and this fight is brought to you by Miracles Towing. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Lamar Walter.
Lamar Bulletproof Walter, a kickboxer representing Elite MMA, checking in at 6'1", 206, out of Houston, Texas, by way of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love. Probably not going to be a whole lot of love out there tonight, though, Matt. I know you brought this guy to us tonight. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, Lamar Walter, a guy that's got a lot of TCB, IKF experience. Tonight is his debut in kickboxing, but this guy is seasoned. He's had some experience, a very athletic guy, just a guy who gets it. When talking to coaches from Elite MMA, they brag on him and just say that strong, athletic, gets it, shows up, puts in the work, had no problem accepting this fight on not so much notice. Love to see it. Looking for a good, solid performance tonight from Lamar Walter.
I'm excited for this one. I mean, obviously, if you end up as the co-main event, you know it's going to be a banger, and looking forward to it. Excited to see what Lamar Walter has to offer up here tonight against Hunter Jones, and we'll talk more about Hunter in a moment, but this is a tough task for Lamar, stepping in there against Hunter Jones for this light heavyweight kickboxing bout. Lamar getting checked over there at the commission check down spot. Coming up next.
Honestly, all I know about Lamar is what I saw from him sparring just for about a minute or two, and he's light on his feet. I think he's got a relatively good skill set. I saw him switching stances a little bit, which I think would be a good thing to maybe throw off Hunter Jones a little bit. Not something we've seen him deal with much, but a good amount of experience, again, in the point fighting IKF kickboxing realm. And this dude, I mean, you could just look at the way he's built. He's built, looking ready, well-built young man, ready to scrap.
Well, he better be ready to scrap, because he's about to have Hunter Jones walk down the red carpet and step in there for this co-main event.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, show your love for his opponent. Here is Hunter Jones.
Hunter Big Dude Jones. Man, that has certainly earned that nickname. Kickboxer representing Combat Room. 5'11", 205. Of course, he's from West Monroe, Louisiana. And, I mean, we're talking a former champion at heavyweight. Took a long time off, 5 years. Comes back, sleeps Charlie Caldwell in impressive fashion in the first round. How good is it just to see Hunter Jones back out here?
Hunter Jones, I've said it before, but this dude's just one of my favorite guys AKA has produced. Just a character, not only a character, but a man with character. And love to chat it up with him, always rooting for him.
it was a sad time for me when he was out of the cage, and I remember having conversations with him, and he just wasn't mad at it anymore, but he found that fire again. It's something he wanted to pursue again. He's overcome a lot of personal adversity in his life, and look at his body and the way that he's shaped himself and put himself together. I think through overcoming a little heartache, getting in the gym, he just figured, like, why just waste this?
Yeah.
Let's go put this to good use, go sell some tickets and light up a couple of arenas, which we know he is very capable of doing.
Well, he certainly sold some here tonight. And by the way, great crowd on hand at Live Casino. I had a chance to interview Hunter this week on the AKA pod, and he talked about that. He talked about how he felt kind of like he was wasting it a little bit. He was away from the game for a while, had to obviously go through those hardships. He was very candid about everything, how he's grown as a man and now growing as a fighter once again. And this was a bad dude before the layoff. He showed he still got it, especially has that knockout power. Slept Charlie Caldwell. He's going to put it on display right now here at AKA 52.
Heard he's a great barber, too.
That's what I'm hearing.
Here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds of kickboxing action inside the AKA light heavyweight division. This fight being brought to you by Miracles Towing right here in Shreveport, Bossier. And now, introducing your first fighter. Fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner, this man is a kickboxer representing Elite MMA. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 206 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Bulletproof Lamar Walter. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a kickboxer representing the Combat Room. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of West Monroe, Louisiana, here is the big dude, Hunter Jones.
Rarely do Hunter Jones fights see the second round. And look, in this one, 3 twos. Don't have to conserve the gas tank as much. I'm expecting an onslaught here in the first round from both of these two fellas. Lamar Walter gonna have to deal with that. We always know Hunter comes out, steps on the gas, tries to get right to it. These first 30 seconds will be very interesting.
Hunter Jones looking for that looping overhand left, lunging in with a left hook behind a straight, right hook behind a straight left. Low kick, looping left hand, comes close. Gotta be careful on catching the kick.
Yep.
We gotta block the kick. Can't catch it.
That's just doing MMA.
Sure,
that's just
right.
It's built in. You know what I mean? Tough. I'm sure he knows it right there. You can say. Obviously, we were looking for him an MMA matchup. People just don't want to deal with Hunter Jones, man. He's a scary dude.
205 is a tough weight class, too, and sometimes you just got to put these guys out there. But we're going to see more. We're going to say, hey, good job, baby, good job. Didn't throw a punch. Yeah, we'll take it. A little spin turn kick finds the belly of Lamar Walter. Sharp jab from Lamar. Hunter didn't like that. A little clinch here. Hunter getting a point.
Hunter getting a point deducted here. Crowd not happy with it. And again, I really just think this
it's
is
just MMA
the
stuff.
difference.
It's the rule set. You can't got a dirty box in there. All good.
Yeah, there's obviously nothing that Hunter does dirty normally. Now he's just going to have to try and turn it on and get that back.
And Hunter Jones gets KO'd, giving him the 10 count, but I don't think he's going to recover from that one. A big straight shot just floors Hunter Jones, and he's unable to answer the count.
What a moment for Lamar Walter. Looked as if he was getting overwhelmed with punches, and he just finds his moment and squares Hunter Jones up.
I'm sure we'll see it again on the replay here in just a moment. What a stunning moment. Lamar Walter comes into Shreveport and takes care of business against Hunter Jones. Here's another look at it.
And again, Hunter just getting busy here. Kind of like a dog on a bone, just gets a little overzealous, and it's a straight left hand that sends Hunter Jones to the canvas. And that's what it is with the big boys when we're slanging and banging.
Well, what a moment here for Lamar Walter as he comes into Shreveport, Louisiana, knocks out the big dude, Hunter Jones. Wow. What a moment for Lamar Walter. I mean, he's built too. And you can see the pure power in that left hand. He said he's got it locked and loaded, and indeed it was. He shot that left hand out there and finished the fight in the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 1 minute 11 seconds in round number 1, declaring your winner by way of knockout, bulletproof, Lamar Walter.
Great sportsmanship and respect between Walter and Hunter Jones.
Great show of sportsmanship, no doubt about it. These guys, it's nothing personal. That's the opposition, not the enemy. Both guys trying to hurt each other. Hunter Jones just catches that straight left, kind of catches another one on his way down. I don't think either guy had bad intentions. You know, there's a little bit of chippiness with the rules, and Hunter's just fighting. Ultimately, the conclusion is what it is, but Hunter, a good guy, again, a man of character. Congratulations to Lamar Walter. What a performance.
What a performance indeed. Had me stunned over here, to be honest with you, but you got to tip your cap to Lamar Walter. What a left hand. My God, what a shot. What an exclamation point on that co-main event for Lamar Walter.
And now, live Hotel and Casino, Louisiana. It is all come down to this. Up next will be your AKA 52 main event of the evening. 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts action inside the AKA middleweight division, a catchweight of 175 pounds. This fight being brought to you by 100% Chiropractic in Lake Charles. And now, please welcome your first fighter to the cage. Put your hands together for Yahya Ayash.
Ready to go with our main event. Yahya Ayash taking this on short notice, stepping up to take on a tough task here in Steve Jones. 10-6 is the record for Yahya, representing West Banger Social Club, 5'7", 175 out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And all I've heard all week, Matt Snell, is about how game this young man is.
Game for sure, always willing to take the call, as is an example, stepping up on short notice to fight a very tough Steve Jones, a guy who's no joke, but Yahya, in his own right, is no joke. And coming off of a couple of victories, I think he's won 2 in a row, trying to get hot, trying to get himself to the next level. And I think he wants to fight some more in the AKA cage. He's willing to take a risk to allow himself to get his foot in the door, so to speak. So great stuff from Yahya. Looking forward to seeing this one play out. A tough matchup in front of him. But I think this is another well-matched fight. Both guys game in the grappling department. Both guys relatively competent on their feet as well. I think we're in for a good one.
I know we're in for a good one. I'm excited for this one. We've seen, you know, as everybody talking about how excited they are to see Yaya step in there for this one and get into it with Steve Jones. He's got a tough task in front of him.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the cage. Put your hands together for Steve Jones!
Steve, the average Jones, not so average. This is a man here, Steve Jones. He has just proven himself time after time. An MMA practitioner at 8'5", representing Team 515, 5'11", 175 is what he checked in at, out of Longview, Texas, by way of Honduras. Here is Steve Jones. And I'll tell you what, Matt, what an interesting career for Steve. He was running everybody down. Then he had the leg break, had to take some time off. He's now gone 2-0 in boxing during that hiatus, finally getting back in there tonight in mixed martial arts. And I know everybody here is excited to see him back in there doing some MMA.
And I think this is where he's always wanted to be. He prefers the MMA fight. He is a great striker, and you got to think he's taking his time and cultivated a little more of a skill set on the feet, doing the boxing. But you know, Steve Jones is just one of these guys that I've always looked at. He did it the right way, and he went on a 4-fight skid because he was doing it the right way and really trying to get out there and test himself. And I just feel like if he had people trying to take a little better care of him, you know, in the matchmaking department, maybe he wouldn't have had such a tough test. I mean, coming off the leg break, facing a guy like DJ
Ladies
Doyle.
and gentlemen,
Crazy.
Live Casino Hotel, Louisiana, in association with American Combat Alliance, are proud to bring to you your 100% chiropractic, aka 52 main event of the evening. 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts action inside the AKA middleweight division, a catchweight of 175 pounds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's go time! And now, introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Bayou Raps blue corner. This man is a West Banger, coming to you tonight with a professional record of 10 wins and 6 defeats. He is representing the West Bank Social Club in New Orleans. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 175 pounds. Fighting out of New Orleans, Louisiana, here is Muharrab Yahya Ayash. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the EMD red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, coming to you tonight with a professional record of 8 wins and 5 defeats. He is representing Team 515. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 175 pounds. Fighting out of Longview, Texas, by way of La Ceiba, Honduras, here is Steve, the average Jones!
All right, gentlemen, it's the main event of the evening. You've already received your instructions. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, let's put on a show.
AKA 52 main event, Ayash and Jones taking center stage right now at Live Casino in Bossier City.
Stabbing those oblique kicks. to the upper thigh of Steve Jones. Steve getting off center line, firing that cross down the middle. Yaya attempting that oblique kick again. Steve answers with a straight right.
Yeah, we know Steve's boxing is incredibly good. We'll see if Ayash tries to get to the wrestling here and potentially get this to the mat.
Steve Jones just sending that uppercut
Obviously,
down.
just the size difference between these two is very obvious. Something Ayash is going to have to work through here.
Yaya is thick, though.
Yeah, he is,
I
for
mean,
sure.
Steve definitely taller and has a good amount of muscle on him, but I'm kind of surprised by them quads on Yaya. Steve being patient, keeping his distance, keeping his range, trying to stay away from that oblique kick. I'm going to see a level change from Yaya. Teep to the belly for Yaya.
Of course, set for 5 minutes here in this professional bout. Nice kick there.
Kind of to the chest of Steve. Backs him up.
Getting real cheeky with those attempts. Oh,
Little Karate Kid action there, baby. What's that, the crane kick?
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, I know martial arts.
2 minutes gone here in this first round. Both guys being fairly patient. Now Steve getting that right hand working.
Steve switching stances and pumping 3 jabs.
Like a piston. Oh, those coming close. I think one of them clipped Ayash.
That was kind of more of a blitz from Steve.
Steve fighting very smart at this point, though. Keeping his range. He knows he's got the reach advantage in this one, and then rips one to the body. Now Ayash looking for the takedown.
Steve Jones bites down on a guillotine, threatens it enough to create a scramble. Ayash trying to get a position here. Yaya, a grapple monster through and through, no doubt about it. Taking his time on attempting the takedown. Steve looking for an underhook, trying to build back up. Gets to a little bit of a knee shield position, half guard position here. He's going to use his right shin to try and create space, maybe get the cross grip and work his way back to his feet.
Just over 90 seconds to go in this first round.
Steve attempting a Kimura.
Yep.
It's worked already tonight. Yaya a little too clever.
Yaya trying to get some damage accumulated here at the final stage of round number 1.
Yaya, he looks heavy on top.
Knee to the body. Another.
Steve back to his feet. Looks for a takedown of his own. Yaya attacking guillotines. Tries to drag Steve down with a snap down. Steve sucker drags past, gets to the back of Yaya. Good grappling exchanges from these guys.
High level stuff here from these two professionals. And we knew Steve was going to have to deal with some of the wrestling in this one. Ayash brings that wrestling background. Steve dealing with it right now. 30 seconds. Would you like to see Steve maybe separate, get back to the center of the cage where he was having success?
Yeah, I think so. He's kind of a little committed to the grappling exchanges right now. We've seen that Yaya definitely comfortable in these.
Final 10.
Yeah, I think when Steve had his face to the fence, he needed to separate there. Yaya with another big takedown. The optics of that gotta feel good for Yaya.
Yeah, I mean, may have been the deciding factor potentially in that round. It was probably already leaning in his direction, but an extra takedown just possibly secure that first round. A very competitive first round, though, when it was in the center of the cage and Steve was able to keep his distance. He had the better moments, but Yaya getting to the wrestling.
Very competitive. See, right there, that oblique kick kind of turned Steve and hyperextended his knee a little bit, and he was looking for it. There was the crane kick, a beautiful technique, came very close to finding the target. Yaya just so savvy, creating grappling opportunities, slowing the fight down, taking time. You know, even like he didn't attempt the takedown until there was, you know, over halfway into the round. Attacks a good single leg, runs it, finds his moment, able to retain top position. Not the most exciting way to go about it, but certainly effective.
A competitive first round, though, nonetheless, as Steve Jones and Yaya Ayash prepare for round number 2. "20 seconds into round number 1 here.
Steve definitely paying a little closer attention to his range, not wanting Yaya to duck under one of his strikes, get back to his hips. Steve had a good reaction too. I mean, I think initially Yaya got to the single and there was one takedown attempt. Steve was able to threaten a guillotine and keep his feet.
Well, you know Steve's been putting in a ton of work over there at Team 515. He's prepared for all of this. Getting back to that jab.
Probing with the jab, just trying to line Yaya up. There's that straight right hand. Need a couple more of those.
That oblique kick once again.
I think a couple of those have gotten through.
They have.
Well, it's another thing that's keeping Steve from just bullying forward.
Well, they landed early, and I think that's why he switched stances a couple of times, actually.
Ooh, big uppercut rings the bell of Yaya. Jousting crosses, neither one lands clean. Steve switching stances, pumping that jab.
Shot to the body.
Jab to the head, jab to the body. Testing the levels of Yaya, cross to the body. That is a great tactic for a guy who you're anticipating a level change from. It makes it much more difficult to change, you know, to advance and penetrate when a guy's punching at your body. Steve Jones going for a head and arm throw, loses position, gives up his back. Tough stuff. Big mistake. Yaya just riding here. Steve almost able to scramble back to his feet and scores a takedown of his own. Beautiful stuff. Way to just work for it, Steve Jones.
Yeah, he just wanted it more right there. He almost got back to his feet and kind of stumbled a little bit now on the back of Yaya Ayash.
Yaya just so powerful. Steve, you know, in a good position, and Yaya literally just squatted him back to his feet.
Over halfway through round number 2.
Again, right here as Yaya's back, I wouldn't mind a separation. That was a cheeky little score there from Yaya. I'm gonna have to see that on the replay. I can't tell you what that was.
That was beautiful work. And you're right, separate there, get back to the center cage, stay engaged too long, and Yaya's able to end up back on top now.
And I get it, it's tough when you're advancing in grappling positions. You start to feel like you've got a little momentum. These are hard hammer fists from Yaya.
90 seconds to go in round 2. Yaya's corner calling for right elbows. He obliges. Beating up the ribs right now of Steve Jones.
Steve needs to move, make something happen, advance in some way. He's holding position here, but
Inside a minute to go in round number 2. Ayash has just been able to hold this position and control here. Now beating up the ribs once again.
Yaya just heavy top position. Another scramble by Steve. Again, I know he's a pretty competent grappler, but I wouldn't mind seeing him just try to separate here. Get too grapply with a guy who's super comfortable in these positions. And it's not by much, just enough.
Yep, I would agree. Final 10 seconds, round 2.
Steve Jones needs something big going into the 3rd round.
And if anybody can deliver something big like that, it's Steve Jones. He's just got to keep that range and let those hands go, and I expect we will see him let his hands go here in this 3rd round. Great tactics, though, by Yaya Ayash. Done a heck of a job getting this to where he wants it. And Steve's been game down there. Of course, we know that Team 515 puts in the work. Steve has a complete skill set, but Yaya's wrestling certainly is very high level, and Steve's had a tough time dealing with it at times.
Yaya, just a smothering top position, you know, doesn't give up much space, doesn't create a lot of space, isn't trying to land super hard strikes, but just trying to win the optics. And for a guy coming in on short notice, this is a great performance thus far.
Yeah, you're right, taking this on what, like 4 or 5 days short notice? 6 maybe, whatever it was, I don't.
And to be fair, he just fought a couple months ago, so it's not like he's coming off the couch. The young man was in shape. He's always battling. He's always training hard, and that's why he can jump on an opportunity like this, maybe come out and steal a win from Steve Jones in his hometown.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right?
That's right.
3rd and final round here between Jones and Ayash. There's a right hand from Steve.
Ayash looking for a big looping overhand of his own. Steve just extends that cross, needs more of that.
These guys have done a ton of wrestling in this fight. We know those gas tanks are feeling it a little bit. Nice jab.
Yaya with a little hip feint there.
Steve looking for a big shot to potentially end this fight.
That uppercut came close a time or two in this round already.
One minute gone.
Sharp jab.
Steve's got to start trying to string them together. I know that's easier said than done against somebody with this kind of takedown skill.
No doubt about it.
Look, that flying knee almost got there. Steve grabbing the neck.
Yaya able to shake it off there relatively quickly. Kind of triangling the legs, trying to take the wind right out of Steve Jones' sails.
Now Yaya right back where he wants to be. Ayash starting to put together some damage here in round number 3. Just being nasty with that elbow. That never feels good. Knee right to the butt.
Ow. Steve Jones, so much heart, still trying to make stuff happen. Yaya Ayash just smothering top position.
As we've seen through the first 2 rounds, he has indeed been smothering. Steve got to try and find his way back to his feet, or maybe just pull a submission out of nowhere. Big, deep breaths from Steve. I mean, Yaya has just been wearing on him for, what, 13 minutes now. Big elbows. .145 left. .90 seconds.
Steve needing a miracle at this point. He's got his feet on Yaya's hips, needs to create space, push off, now build up.
Yaya just right back on him.
Attacking the front headlock, but Steve says, I'm getting back up. Gosh. Just picks the ankle of Steve Jones and right back to stepping into that triangling position from the top, roping his legs together, just making it so difficult for Steve to go anywhere.
Yeah, he had those legs cinched up. See if Steve can find a way to build back to his feet here in the final minute. Yaya's made that so difficult this entire fight, though. Steve back to his feet, 30 seconds. And right back down. Now Yaya, will Steve able to get back to his feet, but not going to be enough time to get anything done here, I don't think.
10 seconds left.
Yeah.
We need a Hail Mary at this point. Such a frustrating fight for Steve Jones. And, Luke almost gets a high kick as the round expires. You got to know Steve Jones really wanted to win that fight. Tough stuff. Yaya ultimately able to put his game plan into play.
All right, don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a very special presentation right after we announce the winner, so hang out with us for just a minute or two more, and then we're going to the PBR bar for the official after party.
Great showing here by Yaya Ayash, taking care of business against Steve Jones. Just the wrestling in the end, the wrestling just too good. Steve was never really able to get the boxing going too much. Yaya's wrestling just on him from start to finish. And really that's what it was. Yaya dictated this fight with the wrestling, and then he's wore Steve down. You can tell Steve incredibly gassed there in that third round. And impressive stuff by Yaya Ayash. What a great showing here tonight at American Kombat Alliance. 52 by all of these fighters, 13 fights, and I'd say they all delivered. It's been a really good night here. Full crowd, very, very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of one hell of a damn fight, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this bout the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision! Fighting in the blue corner, Yaya Ayash!
3-Port, Louisiana. I'm here with your winner, Yaya Ayash. Gotta feel good coming in here on short notice. That's 3 wins in a row for you. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
Right now, I just want to say, Felicidades, Venezuela! Tienes libertad! Dale, ahora Cuba!
Awesome win, awesome performance. We knew your game plan coming in. Is that how you expected the fight to play out?
Yes, he's a tough opponent. He's a veteran at that in this sport that we call MMA. I expected him to be hard-nosed, be hip to what I'm doing, and be a veteran.
Yeah, you got some momentum now. Feels like we're heading towards some big things. Tell me what you'd like next. We'd like to see you back in the AKA cage soon.
I'd like to be televised. Don't matter who it is, what organization. I'd like to be up in the big stage. I work too hard to be just mediocre. I'm not looking for mediocre. That's why I stay ready, and I'm here, and I'm always ready.
Tonight's a great example of that. Taking the fight on 5 days' notice, coming in here, getting the dub. Yah riles everybody. Congratulations, my man.
If you're in a car wreck and you get injured, call Twin Law. They got you, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming a couple of very special people to the AKA cage. First and foremost, the hustle and the muscle behind AKA, our owners, Miss Amber and Mr. John Bishop. Come on up, guys. And right behind them, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our fantastic sponsors here at AKA, the owner of Murray Electric in Dallas. They are providing all your technical needs for electrical repair and fueling innovation for the future. Bring in Mr. Rick M.F. Murray. All right, we're going to give away our award right now for Knockout of the Night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your Knockout of the Night award, and they'll take home this brand new Mammoth cooler. Let's bring down Bulletproof Lamar Walter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, compliments of our friends at Murray Electric. We are going to give away our prize for Fight of the Night. They have put up $500 of cold hard cash, dirty, sexy money going to our winners. And your Fight of the Night award winners are Sergio and JJ Macintosh. Fight of the Night. We need the coaches in the cage. Murray Electric making a $250 donation to each gym on behalf of these fighters. El Vaquero and Joseph Macintosh. Nico in the cage with us now. How about a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, both of these young athletes? And how about a big round of applause, Mr. Rick Murray, helping these guys be $250 richer at their gyms.
At their gyms, of course.
All right, ready to wrap things up here from Live Casino and Resort in Bossier City, Louisiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire staff here at American Combat Alliance, my name is Dynamite, saying thank you all so much for coming out. God bless you and good night. I'll see you at PBR.
All right, now we're ready to close things out here at AKA 52. Matt Dangerous, Neil, Tyler, Not So Dangerous, Moody. Great card. I mean, we had great fight of the night, JJ Macintosh, Sergio Gutierrez. I think very well deserving.
Absolutely. What a scrap that was. Just those guys going back and forth. The punch count, I mean, I'd love to see the punch count.
Yep.
Like I said, Serge Gutierrez landing that right hand over and over again. That thing had to have like a 86% completion rating. JJ eating it like a freaking monster. And ultimately, at the end of the night, a little bit of a somber finish for the hometown guys.
Sure.
But that's what fighting is. That's why we fight the fights, and that's why we come out and do this thing. A lot of fun.
And I do want to give some love to Adam Rochelle and Jose Garcia as well. Almost went the distance. Adam Rochelle at the buzzer, essentially pulling out the Kimura. Great way for him to end that fight. Another great card here at AKA. Ready to wrap up AKA 52 from Live Casino and Hotel in Bossier City, Louisiana. For Shreveport's very own Matt Dangerous Snell, I'm Tyler Not So Dangerous Moody. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you at AKA 53.